Welcome to the DJ program. One program, millions of tracks. Live stream the vast majority of popular music. By the way, Grandmaster Flash as the spokesperson here is pretty cool. And benefit from
This cable management sucks.
Cable management is garbage. Yeah.
I'm just fucking around, people. Just keeping it like, don't fucking, at me. I'm just messing around.
All the DJs love you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, look at it. Come on. Let's look. I mean, come on, you guys.
Where's the lie, though?
Let's just cover it up. That's what we'll put it right over there. Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't exist. Yeah.
He was in a hurry. Yeah.
He in a flash, even.
Right. In a flash. I see what you did there. All right. Internet can work better for DJs. For DJs to grow their influence on Twitch and beyond, they need a safe way to create, stream, and monetize their live music content. We're proud to be the first service to have partnered with the music industry to build a long-term home for DJs. This is great. We've been talking about this since day one. Mm-hmm. This is what Mixcloud said that they were doing, but they lied. And this is actually them somebody doing it for real. You know what I mean? And anybody who thought that Mixcloud already did this, you have no idea how bad, like, they lied. They are lying their ass off. They had the same agreement as Twitch back in the day, and they were just getting away with it because they're such a small network. And I called them out for it, and
you too?
I did. And somebody from Mixcloud tried to defend it, and they couldn't.
Yep. I remember that. That was fun.
Yep.
All Mixcloud is a bunch of DJ circle jerking each other.
In a lot of ways, it really
there's no fan base. There's no like external, real external fan base.
Right. This isn't a Mixcloud shit session. Let's just move on. Okay. So, but yeah, Mixcloud is shit. Big step.
We can hit this in the edit on YouTube. Come on.
Yeah.
Talk some shit. Come on.
Talk some shit. I'm not a fan of Mixcloud. Clearly, it's not my thing. You can find me on mixcloud.com/DJBillyLane.
Me too.
Big step. Big step forward of the global DJ community. All right, let's bring the heads in. It's a good time to start bringing the heads in because we're going to start getting into the touchy subjects.
Yeah.
So let's do this.
Join the Zoom room conversation if you like! Zoom.
Looks like Ketch and Meta are joining.
Nice.
I saw T-Bone earlier. Assassin's going to join as well. Everybody, make it happen. And Fader, I'm going to put you in charge so that
shit. What's the bad
idea? Bring everyone in. All right.
I'll monitor that. Yeah.
Okay.
Check.
Oh yeah, you good?
Loud? Too loud?
You loud? Yeah, you're pretty loud.
I'll turn it down.
That'd be great.
Chuck the Bounty Hunter with a 420. Once we get everybody in here, we got to sing the song.
Oh yes.
Hell
yes.
Yeah.
How about this? Better?
That's better. Much better. We're staying in the yellow for this one. All right.
Look at this super mod. Touch hot catch. Fucking Carla's on it.
Yep. Carla is on it.
She's the best.
Yes. Are you ready, Fader?
Chuck. No.
The Bounty Hunter. Chuck. The Bounty Hunter.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Carla, I'm buying you a giant sword and I'm shipping it to you. We're going to make it happen.
Hell yeah.
Mark my words. We got to get Carla a
yes. Can I say what we need to do is we need to bring it to maybe an event that's happening where there's going to be a lot of people that appreciate her.
There you go.
And we maybe should all sign it and then ship it to her because I know she can't.
That'd be amazing.
She's going to be able to make it. So
that'd be amazing.
I think we should do that.
I think that's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll try to effort that. Like
Nikki, make note.
Help effort with that. Yes, please. I need boots on the ground, Nikki Painter. I need boots on the ground.
Yeah. All right. So everybody coming in, perfect. Let's back to the screen share and get this DJ community going. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll do this and we'll get this like this. Perfect. All right. Meta Pattern from Atlanta in here. Assassin from Los Angeles in here. Okay.
Very nice.
Big respect, guys.
Bunch of legends in this room right now.
Good times. This announcement is huge. These are all quotes. Good stuff. This is the fluff. We're reading the fluff. This is the advertisement. Okay. This is Jazzy Jeff. We're thank you, Twitch team, for taking the steps to help a complicated issue we DJs have had on the internet. I'm super excited for the future of DJing, for all of this. Thank you, Twitch, again, for supporting the DJs. Very true. Regardless of your opinion on this, Twitch doing this is unprecedented and awesome. And it takes deep pockets to make it happen. And so big up to them for doing this. How does it work? Okay, we're already getting into the meat here. So it says DJs who opt in will be able to live stream the vast majority of popular music, asterisk by vast majority, without risk of takedowns, and will qualify for new opportunities on Twitch we haven't been able to offer. I like that second part of that saying.
Yeah.
It suggests that Twitch is going to be putting real money and real promotions into DJs.
Yeah.
Up until now, and I'm sure Ketch can testify to this as a before COVID streamer. DJing has been Twitch's dirty little secret that's been swept under the rug and sort of not really talked about because they don't want to draw too much attention to it, I think was the motivation. And it's really important to note that Twitch's motivation is not to ban a bunch of users. I want to throw that out there right now early because
they want to be fucking making money off of it.
They want to be making money, right? And so if their Twitch was, they knew that the DJ thing was happening, but they also knew that nobody was saying anything about it. And so they just were just like,
yeah,
you know,
it was the elephant in the room that everyone was just like,
well, and before that, you guys have to admit there was no music category.
Right.
When he started, there was no music category.
Right.
They really wanted to have that elephant in the room. You know what I mean?
Right. And so there was definitely like this thing that wasn't talked about, but the point is that they knew that we were openly breaking terms of service, and they weren't doing anything about it because nobody was saying anything about it. Okay. It's called escalation and response versus preventative maintenance would be like the terminology for that. And those are the two major approaches. You can either approach things that where if things escalate, then you respond, or you can approach things that we're going to do some maintenance in order to prevent things from escalating. Those are the two ways you can approach a problem, right? And you can do a combination of both. And they were leaning heavily on the escalation and response tactic in the beginning. Okay. Rights to stream. The Twitch DJ program lets you stream DJ sets using a vast majority of popular music. A searchable catalog, we'll talk about that, consistently updated with new releases means you'll be able to view the millions of tracks that are covered to stream as part of this program, as a part of the Twitch's deals with the music rights holders. Now, this is a very complicated thing.
Yes.
Some of you may have seen a YouTube video I did a while back during like peak COVID, where I was going off about the DMCA drama that Twitch was going through. Right. And I was talking exactly about this, where the idea of Twitch striking deals with music rights holders is not as simple as being like, hey, music rights holders, let's all strike a deal. It was like, we have to go to these individual companies, and all these individual companies are going to want different amounts of money under different deals. This is something that's never been done before. So there's no like money amount that's ever been set for this before. They have nothing really to compare it to prior to this. And so, and on top of it, we're talking about different publishing for different parts of the world, right? You want your stuff played in North America, you go through this. You want your stuff played in Europe, you're going through this channel, right? And so all of these different things have to be covered, and Twitch has to cover all of them. And so, or whoever's trying to do this has to cover all of them. And it's a very complicated, I would have guessed, impossible situation to cover. And there's no way that, I thought that there would be no way that you could possibly do this. And apparently Twitch figured it out. My guess is that it has something to do with their existing deals with Amazon Music, would be my initial guess for that, right? But I can only speculate. I don't know the inner workings of how they were able to get, I mean, these here alone, Universal, Def Jam, RCA, the Merlin, Sony Music, which is what a lot of my stuff is under, Spinning Records, which is interesting that they put that over a lot of
dance music on there.
Yeah. Atlantic and Warner are big ones. I mean, to this day, there are lawyers combing Facebook and striking for Warner and Sony and Universal. Like, how many of you today? How many of you have gotten those? And it's from like 2 years ago, probably.
No, yeah, 4.
4, yeah. And you know what I mean? And so
sometimes sometimes it's been later than that.
right.
Like, yeah, I've got one from like 8 years ago.
Right.
Those are when Facebook Live like was first like a thing.
Those are independent companies that their way that they make money is finding violations, and then they present that to the publishers and say, hey, look, if you hire me, I can find you this much money. Right. And they say, okay. And then that's how that works out, right? That's the whole thing about how these situations work. It's not necessarily the individual artists. It's not necessarily the publishing that they're attached to. It has usually more to do with companies that are hired to enforce these types of laws and do it with the motivation of making money. That's the bottom line. And so we should be really clear about that when it comes to this sort of topic. Assassin down there has been publishing records since the late 20th century, and he knows very well about domestic publishing versus publishing internationally, and with a physical medium, let alone a digital item. And so I'm sure you have plenty of experience with rights holders and how it's all divided up into points and how artists and different people are involved with it and get different portions of these particular pieces of work.
That, and, also music licensing, because when in the late 90s, early 2000s, everybody was licensing stuff for mix CDs, like that whole thing. And,
Yep.
I was getting stuff licensed and back and forth. And so, yeah, there's a lot of different things that go on with different regions related to that.
And the licensing is different for different things. Like when you play music and you synchronize it to you doing it with a video of any kind, then that license is different than an audio only mix CD type of presentation as well. So like there's different levels of licensing, like he's talking about, for just using this music as part of something else or compilation with something else.
Yeah.
And so it just gets more and more complicated the more you think about it. And so the fact that this is happening is awesome. We've been wanting to do this for so long, and I feel like regardless of its imperfections, I'm overall excited for this step in this direction. I think this is great. Let's keep it rolling. We're we're trying to make good time here. All right. Promotion and discovery. There's an official DJ category that's going to be launching on 808, and for the first time,
it's live today.
So it's live today.
Yep.
The first time in Twitch history, we'll be launching and promoting an official DJ category so Twitch viewers can browse and discover DJs and their communities. Category launches August 8th, 808. Awesome. Go ahead.
Yes and no. Because if you go to it, if you open another tab and go check it out, it's lobbied under music and DJs. So when it's another thing after that, like to get in there, you know what I mean? Then it's like introducing the DJ category. It's like a sub menu. I don't like that. I thought we were getting like fucking front page
DJs
shit, music and DJs, and then it lumps a couple things in together.
No, DJs have their own categories. DJs.
But under the music part, like the top bar of
browse. So go to Twitch homepage.
Yeah.
Front page streamer from now on.
All right, pausing this. Okay. So now what are you saying here?
So like if you're in the live, just twitch.tv.
Yep.
And you click the browse button.
Browse.
And then on the top it says games.
Oh, music
IRL,
and DJs. I
music
see.
and DJs.
Got it.
I don't like that.
So you would prefer us to be in our own thing outside of music? Okay.
Yeah.
But DJing is music. It's all kind of related.
Yeah, I know, but I'm selfish to being that the music category was like supposed to be for.
I mean, wouldn't that
music category?
Wouldn't it be similar to saying games and gaming? Because you could talk about games and you could also do live stream gaming. So some of those people would be like, "No, I want my live stream games to be a separate category." Because I don't talk about games. I just play
that's
them.
kind of how they created like just chatting. Then you know what I mean?
In
Like
Fader's defense, they actually said that there was gonna be its own category.
Yeah.
And it is.
So,
if
it is if you search right.
Right.
Yeah.
I searched for it and it came up as its own category.
Well, look right down below there. It says introducing the DJ category.
Right.
Yeah, right. So that's what I mean is it's like a sub menu. You know what I mean? It's not like up and on its own. That was my only thing. It makes sense that music and DJs is in the same thing.
And it gives us more exposure.
It does. But it's then kind of compartmentalized in a little bit. We're like, we're giving you this, but like after maybe you check this stuff out first or whatever. It just seems I don't know. It like rings disingenuous with me for some reason.
Okay. Fair enough.
Just my 2 cents.
Yeah, you're good. It's all good. All right. So let's see. Actually, you get to see all the people I follow.
I like it because it keeps us in a bigger category.
I think that more
if we're already in
the point.
music is fine, but that I thought like the discoverability and like just the overall like pomp and circumstance of getting the DJ category is that we were gonna have that. Join, you know what I mean?
So
it looks like they're putting DJs on the main page now, which is kind of cool. Like they're actually able to showcase. Well, actually, I don't see a single DJ being showcased right now.
On the top.
Yeah. I have a feeling that they'll probably double down on that tomorrow, right? Like tomorrow, actual 808, they're going to be doing,
especially with that event.
Yeah, we'll get into that too. Yep. All right, new discovery opportunities. We want DJs to help. We want to help DJs grow their channels beyond what's been possible before. In this program, your channel will be eligible for front page opportunities and recommendations designed to introduce your channel to new viewers. I really like that. That's cool. Promotions and community programs. In the coming months, we'll be launching an ongoing promotional programs designed to elevate and showcase the diversity of talented DJs across the service. We'll also soon announce additional programs unite. So there was an event coming up. Creator clubs. What is that? Well,
it's a Discord thing. I got a message for it today.
That's
it's
different.
Basically a Discord channel, just like the.
There was a DJ event happening tomorrow for Twitch.
Correct. It's called 808 Fest or something.
Thank you.
That degree. Yeah. Know a couple people playing it.
Okay. With 24-hour, here it is. Okay. Sorry guys, I thought I was so prepared for this. All right, here's a press release for it. On EDM.com. Oh yeah. Twitch is celebrating the launch of its new DJ. Oh, let me get you guys to chat back. Holy smokes, I got so many things going. Twitch is celebrating the launch of its new DJ category by virtue of worldwide 24-hour streaming event, according to the blog post from the company. Scheduled for Thursday, August 8th, the virtual event will feature a headlining DJ set by Zed. Awesome. The superstar producer is set to broadcast live from Brooklyn, where he'll play brand new music from Telos, his first album in nearly a decade. Zoo, Sophie Tucker, Sam Felt, Aluna, Cheat Codes, and EDM.com Class 24 star Honey Love will also perform, among others. That's us. That's the homies. The among others. Big up the Among Others crew. It's a big moment for Twitch, with whom DJs have locked horns for years due to the Okay, so this is all blah 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 blah. Okay, so is there a flyer for this damn thing? What the hell?
I know who all those people are. Catch. How do you know who any of those people are?
I think I might find a flyer. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if he posted one.
I saw one.
Does it really matter?
It really doesn't.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So 808 Day, Twitch, good times. Going to be a festival. It's going to be a lot of commercial EDM kind of stuff. And, get your arms up in the air. Jesus poses. Let's go. Moving right along, new terms. DJs face the challenges and takedowns of muted streams and bans across many of the major services. To tackle these issues for Twitch DJs, we've had ongoing discussions with music companies to develop a solution. After several years, we finally reached an agreement that makes it possible for both DJs to use popular music and musicians to be paid when their music is used in live DJ sets. When DJs use music created by others. It's important that any revenue generated. Okay, got it. Good. Earnings sharing. We'll get into this. The basic is that set aside a portion of the earnings generated by your channel to be paid to musicians via the music companies represent them. These costs will vary across different monetization products. We were talking about that. You have different prices for different things. Usually it has mostly to do with the deals that were struck by that individual publishing, the rights holders, and also the region in which it's being streamed. So we'll see how that works out. For most streamers, Twitch will be splitting these costs 50-50 with you. This is the major misunderstanding. For most streamers, Twitch will be splitting these costs 50-50 with you. What people were saying that I've heard from multiple people saying that, oh, Twitch is going to start taking half of your money that you would be normally profiting. And I'm like, no, that's not at all what's going to be happening. First of all, Twitch has already taken half your money. Second, yes. The revenue share is not going to be half of your half. Like, it's going to be, first of all, Twitch is splitting the revenue cost 50-50. And second, none of us know what this revenue split is going to be, which leads us into the second portion. To help DJs understand and adjust to the change in earnings, we'll be subsidizing difference through a 1-year on-ramp while the service grows. So basically what that means is in the first 12 months, they're going to be subsidizing this, or in other words, paying it for you, okay? Over the course of 12 months, they're going to do it less and less. DJs who enroll at launch will be topped off for 12 months from program launch, starting with 100% of what they would be paid out prior to the new offering. This subsidy will decrease in stages over the following 12 months. That means that if you're going to opt in, right now would be the best time to opt in, because there's absolutely zero risk in doing it. Now, I'm not here to advocate for this. Twitch is not paying me. They absolutely can, but I'm not here advocating for this. I'm just saying, as a chess move, as a play on this situation, if you were looking for the least amount of risk, this would be the time to do it, because they're going to be, at least for this month, they're going to be subsidizing 100% of what they would normally deduct. So not only will you be getting all of your money, but you'll be able to see how much Twitch is going to be taking out as well. And that will help you make a better decision on whether or not you should opt into this service permanently. And you can opt out at any time. So it's very smart to opt in now just to see what this is all about, you know? And on top of it, you know, we'll get into it as well. We don't know how well Twitch is going to be enforcing this. And so we'll be able to learn all of this over the next month and be able to make a better decision. Those are the big questions right now. This is the big deal. I was talking about this in the very beginning. No VODs, clips, or highlights allowed. Now, DJs opted into this program will not be able to save VODs, clips, or highlights to Twitch. VODs, clips, and highlights involve different rights than live streams. We talked about this a second ago with the Assassin. They are creating additional promotional and discovery opportunities to extend the reach of DJ Impact, DJ content. So what that means, and this is their biggest CYA move, is they're completely getting rid of any potential evergreen content. In other words, like we were talking about with the Facebook posts, Fader, Warner Brothers can't come back 4 years from now, grab one of your old clips or one of your old VODs and get Twitch in trouble for it. Twitch is nipping that in the bud right now. They're saying no clips, no VODs, no highlights. We're not going to deal with what's called sync licensing issues. We're not going to deal with any of these issues that involve playing recorded music over some sort of a video and presenting that broadcast live on a platform. We're not going to do anything like that. We're cutting it out completely. So this is strictly going to be what is live, and it's up to the person who's streaming to create their VOD, which is what I'm doing right now. What we're going to have to start doing. You can either just basically record what you're doing, or do something, overboard, like is, par for the course for me, like creating a separate instance of OBS that has the chat and everything all going for it. All right. More details. The program is optional, but the status quo is changing. This is really important. They've been really big about this this language from the get-go. The status quo is changing. What we've been doing or what we've been experiencing is not going to be continued. There's not going to be what we've experienced is going to change, is what they're saying. And so This is the part that is strong language that I am the most concerned about, because I want to know what they're going to be doing live. A lot of us came over here from Facebook, trying to go live on Facebook during the pandemic, and we were getting muted and taken down. And we came to Twitch because Twitch wasn't doing anything to the live stream. It was only affecting our VODs. And now that they're saying that the status quo is changing. This suggests that they may start policing things on live streams, and who knows? It's crucial that DJs understand the status quo, which is not sustainable, and that any viable future for the community required we find a solution. The DJ program is opt-in, and you are not required to join. You're also free to opt out after you join. But if you live stream DJ sets and you don't have rights to do so outside of the program, you will need to join the DJ program or be exposed to the risk of takedowns, strikes, and bans. Those are really harsh words. But I want to point out that we are already equally at risk right now. This is the same language that they were using prior to this whole program as well, right? And so, again, the status quo is changing. We don't know if that's what they're going to continue to do, but our perspective so far is that we've always been at risk, and the risk is not applying to a lot of us because, let's be real, we're not generating enough revenue for Twitch to really even care, and we're not generating enough revenue for the rights holders to raise a fuss, right? None of us are making millions of dollars off of this. And if it is going to cost money to litigate instead of profit, I 100% guarantee you they're not going to sue. That's just the way that it works in this world. Do not play pre-release music. This is a touchy subject, and I feel like that under the radar thing is going to apply to this as well, but we'll get into that. Our DJ program does not allow you to stream pre-release or unreleased tracks, music that has not been released to the public by the rights holder on a digital music service or physical media. I think I want to clarify the language on that, but we'll keep reading. If you stream these tracks, your channel may be subject to DMCA takedowns and account enforcement with penalties including termination of your stream and suspension of the channel. For more information, please refer to blah. Now, I think that when they talk about, I'm getting my Filipino on, got my leg up. I think that when they talk about pre-release music, all the junglists are going to start thinking of like dub plates and white labels, and I don't think that's what they're talking about.
Me neither.
I think that what they're talking about is, have you guys ever seen the documentary What Killed Music? And there was this. Good. It's good, right? And there was this thing about where music was leaking on the internet for the first time, and it was coming out so early that they didn't even have like, it was just like they just recorded it in the studio and it just got done with mixing and mastering, and all of a sudden it's available on these download sites. Like, it was coming out. Like, how did they get this stuff? Eminem was a popular one for that, where it came out like way before the album was even supposed to drop. And that was a completely illegal way of obtaining this pre-release music. And I feel like that's what they're talking about. They're talking about industry leak music that is like major artists that have a huge, what do you call it? A promotion campaign behind them, P&D, right? And it's not in relation to the promo that your homie's kicking you that right. Of like that's coming out on a label in a couple of months. I don't think as long as you have permission to play those promos, there's no risk at all.
Yeah, but there's some caveats there, because I saw that as I looked into that a little bit deeper. Yes, you need written permission, like they're going to check. That's one of the things.
Right.
And two, basically, the pre-release, it really was referring to, from what I understand, that they're referring to anything that is not in their catalog or recognized by their system. So it doesn't even have to be pre-release or promos. It could be anything that's not listed in, it's not in their catalog.
Not in their catalog, right? Yeah. Either on the approved or unapproved lists that are popping up, right?
Correct.
And we'll take a look at that. There are things with the the reporting process for participating rights holders. I have that link already ready to go. And the DJ program terms, I have that link ready to go as well. That's going to get, we're going to get down into the dirty with these two links right here. And that's coming up right around the corner. Get your caffeine ready, because it's going to get kind of dry. For for DJs only. The DJ program is designed for. This is another topic. It's a hot topic. Designed for channels, DJ sets, is not applicable for other music uses like that used in the background of a gaming or just chatting stream. To better understand who exactly this program is for, read the FAQ below. If you stream as a DJ part-time, we recommend creating a separate additional account dedicated to your DJ streams. And I feel like for those of you that are have multiple like various content going on, I feel like if DJing is still like the main source of income, then it really makes no sense to put your alternative stuff on another channel, because it's not exactly going to hurt your revenue stream anyways. Like, you're not making I'm not making a whole lot of money off of DJs not DJing, right? 11 minutes ago, I didn't shout out an anonymous gifter. And 19 minutes ago, Archon gifted a community sub. That's all the revenue made so far on this stream, right?
No, sir. Not today. You gotta scroll up. You gotta scroll up a little further, bro. We had a silent hype train while you were just
Holy
going.
Shit!
Exactly.
There you go.
Holy shit! Okay, well, I stand corrected as an exception
streamer.
for today. Normally, we don't have this many people watching this show. Normally, it's like 15 of us fucking having a laugh looking at memes. So, like, the reality is that this stream is not the main like focus of the channel. It's a hyper focus that's like a niche thing. And Saturday's Inside the Ride is by far the more popular show. And I'm sure all of us who stream on a regular basis, we have that one show that's like super popular. And then we have other shows that sort of like are the secondary shows. And if your main show is DJing, then I'd say just keep with it. If you're concerned about the revenue split affecting your other programs, then yeah, do what they say. Create another channel that's specifically for it. I have a completely different channel for the Sac Tech Exchange thing, only because it's like I feel like it's a completely different approach to Twitch, and I feel I thought it would be a good idea to create its own channel. And it's on its slow roll. You know what I mean? It's what it is. It's like starting all over again. And so if you want to choose to do that, you absolutely can. I'm going to keep this show on the DJ channel. I feel like this show belongs on the DJ channel, regardless of if we're DJing. And to elaborate a little bit more, not to jump around too much, but this for DJs only.
Meta pattern. That's a good point.
What was that? I missed it.
And if you're worried about your own channel, you can play exclusively on Inside the Ride, and Billy will take care of you.
Sure. Absolutely will.
That's one way to get around it, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I for those of you who are not opting in, I'm going to have a channel that is a non-affiliated channel, so that there is no monetization on the channel, so there's no risk. Twitch will already pay 100% of anything non-monetized. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
I got burners. I got Twitch burners.
I got Twitch burners.
Yeah.
So you can do Inside the Ride all day. It's all good. Yeah.
It's easy. It's easy.
Yeah. It's easy. I already found it. Workaround. Yeah. But what I want to talk about is there's a couple of people I know in our circle that are doing like flow streams or dancing or any kind of like dancing over music as a part of their stream. And I think that they should watch this, because I feel like those types of streams, including things like fitness streams where they're like doing exercise videos over the top of music, technically they don't fall in this category.
Right.
And so we should pay close attention to that if you're doing stuff like that. Okay. All right, let's go into the FAQs. Let's get dark and dirty here. Okay.
I like that.
T-Bone, where'd you go? All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's get into the frequently asked questions. I have questions. I know you have questions. I'm talking fast and moving fast. If we can take 5, I'm gonna grab a glass of water real quick.
Okay.
And then we'll get right into the FAQ. Literally like 10 seconds. Give me a second. Be right back.
Or I could scroll down and I can read something.
Read us a story, Fader.
Wait,
Oh,
you
okay.
can read?
He's
Sometimes.
a
Let's see.
qualified story reader.
The
He reads
original
bedtime stories and everything.
The original celebrated Altoids. It's curiously strong mints. Yeah.
Okay, Billy, take a breath. Slow down.
There you go.
We don't need to be in hyper mode now.
No, there's lots
the excitement
of cover.
is out.
Yeah, I could read something if you scroll down if you want. I'm properly hydrated.
First thing, thank you for that level 5 hype train. You guys gifted 13 total subs and donated 1,832 bits. That's super dope. The channel is currently up to 6,864 follows, and we've got just under 100 people watching right now. This is great. Big up to all the DJs who want to learn more about the Twitch DJ program. It's about to get nice and nasty, so let's do this. Okay. Put me over here. Okay. Actually, it looks like it's gonna be better over here. Okay, we're staging. Everybody say hi, YouTube.
Staging.
Hi, YouTube.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. Twitch DJ program is the first of its kind, offering what makes it possible for DJs to live stream millions of tracks representing the vast majority of popular music. We've gone through the vast majorities. Let's get down to the dirty. What is the DJ program? We've talked about that. We've talked about this. Okay. Who could join the DJ program? The Twitch DJ program, anyone can be a DJ if they want to stream themselves playing recorded music. Good.
Ouch.
No. You've taken, is that like a triggering? Is that
anyone can be a DJ? Ouch.
I mean, technically. Right? Doesn't mean it doesn't say anybody can be a good DJ.
Oh, yeah. The verbiage doesn't say that. That's true.
All right. Note,
They're
if you are
probably
not from a
referring to
DJ,
old school DJs like radio station, play a song. Okay, now we're going to listen to this one, play another song.
right? Exactly. It's the fast attacks tracks on wax. Let's get
Right,
it.
there you go.
It's Inside Billy Lane on Z104.
Let's talk more rock.
Man in the can, get back in that can.
You've done this before.
So you've done this, yeah. Okay, we've gone through this. Let's go through. Oh, yes, here we go. Okay, the DJ program terms. Oh, yeah. Now we're getting nice and juicy. Here we go. Okay. Okay.
And we're staging.
So it says, please read these DJ program terms carefully, as this is a binding contract that governs the participation of any person or entity who opts into the DJ program. Talking to you, entity. Such person or entity, your or participating DJ, and their access to you. This is the good stuff. Use the Twitch DJ catalog defined below. The DJ program is operated by Twitch Interactive Incorporated and its affiliates, collectively we, us, our, or Twitch. You may opt into the DJ program by selecting the opt-in. We've gone through all this, blah, blah, blah. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. All right.
Can you share the other screen, Billy?
What am I not sharing?
Within the Zoom? There we go. Was it
Am I
me
not-
that it was just wrong? Because it was like behind.
Oh, no, we should be up.
All right,
it's
well,
behind for
It
me
is
too.
now.
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay. Okay. Availability of the DJ program. Twitch will determine its sole discretion from time to time the countries or geographic regions where the DJ program and or Twitch DJ catalog are currently available. These countries and geographic regions, the program territory, the DJ program and or the Twitch catalog may not be available to users in certain countries or geographic regions. In other words, these lists
North Korea
are regional. In particular, they're not available to users in Belarus, China, Cuba, Iran, North Korea,
Oh, nailed
the
it.
People's Republic of North Korea, Russia, South Korea, and Syria. So Korea is just banned. Twitch may also may in its sole discretion modify or terminate the DJ program and or the Twitch DJ catalog in whole or in part at any time for any reason, for no reason at all. In other words, they have the ability to just blow this thing out of the water at any point, right? They have the nuke button. They're not bound by any other parties to keep this thing running. The Twitch DJ catalog, a Twitch DJ. By the way, you guys all, everything good so far? We my moving okay? All right. The Twitch DJ catalog, the Twitch DJ catalog is a collection of information about music, audio tracks, such as each catalog track. We understand what a catalog is. So this is they're saying that this is their their catalog of music, and we'll talk about that. Let's get that open in the new tab. Okay. By opting into the Twitch DJ program, you may gain access to the Twitch DJ catalog. When you access the Twitch DJ catalog, you are allowed by Twitch, not on a limited, non-exclusive, non-transferable, non-sublicensable, revocable basis, to live stream your copies of the catalog tracks as part of a live audiovisual performance taking place on your Twitch channel within the program territory. Ooh, you guys all with that? You guys understand? You may continue to be allowed to do so without the period that begins on the day you opt out. In other words, on the day you opt out, this privilege is no longer yours. The DJ program continues through until your participation in the program is either ended by you or Twitch, whichever is earlier, known as the participation period, provided you comply with these DJ terms and terms of service and the monetization agreement if applicable. As a reminder, you may not use music owned by others on the Twitch services unless and until you have opted in to the DJ program or have otherwise obtained all necessary rights from the applicable rights holders. The Twitch DJ catalog is the intellectual property of Twitch and or rights holders and have entered into contracts with Twitch. That have entered into contracts with Twitch. The Twitch DJ catalog has not been sold, licensed, or transferred to you or cleared for use outside of Twitch services or the DJ program territory. In other words, you can't go and DJ on another platform and be like, I'm just using the Twitch list. This should be okay, right? Or you know what I mean? Like you can't, this is specifically for deals with Twitch. It's kind of an obvious thing, but I feel like they probably have to say that. All right. Let's look at the rules. You guys ready to follow the rules? DJs love following rules. All right. Catch up with the chat real quick. How's everyone doing?
I got a little bit of a problem with the catalog too.
We'll get into the catalog. I know the catalog is going to be a hot topic. We're going to spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Doing this for all. Doing this for y'all and for us. Okay. Here we go. Respect other creators. Do not include any music not included in the Twitch DJ catalog unless you have obtained written permission. There you go. Written permission from all the applicable rights holders. And that means not just the artist, but all of the applicable rights holders involved with that piece of music. And there are several. Usually, especially if there is a physical medium involved, then you have different things in that. And then as far as the digital side of it, you have different things in that as well. And it's not just the artist or the label. If you're having it published through different platforms, there's usually a company that they go through for that, and they own a piece of it as well. A good example would be if you were to play my track with entity called Yo, that is on a label called Freaky Music Group, and Freaky Music Group is distributed by Sony. So back as of like back in the early pandemic days when I was streaming on Facebook, I would get muted on Facebook for playing my own song because Sony partially owns the song as well. Sony no likey, Sony bun me down, and I have to go through and claim everything as my own and go through all of that, and Sony ends up bunning you down again. So it's like, it's a never-ending cycle with the publishers versus the artists. So I want to be very clear that just because you see an artist's name on the restricted list, that's not necessarily the artist that is putting themselves on the list. And they're not necessarily saying no either. They might be holding out for more money. So keeping it rolling. Respect other creators. Do not use artist's name, image, or likeliness, or any name or trademark owned or controlled by a record label or other music company in a way that suggests the artist, label, or company endorses or promotes the Twitch channel or any of the user content without permission of the applicable party. You can't put a mouse head on and say you're dead mouse. Right. You can't, in other words, you can't, easy example would be like, you can't put a mouse head on and say you're dead mouse and this is a dead mouse stream. You can't use the likeliness and if you're doing a tribute thing, you can't make it seem like it is an officially permitted artist tribute event, right? and you can't use logos or trademarks that are affiliated with those artists, making it seem like it is a branded stream for that particular label or artist or anything like that. So in other words, do not use an artist name, image, or likeliness or name or any name or trademark owned or controlled by the record label or music company in a way that suggests that the artist, label, or company endorses or promotes the Twitch channel. So yeah, no fake deadmau5 streams. Sorry, Fader, we can't put on our helmets and become Daft Punk and do like Daft Punk robot stream.
Damn it.
I know. I mean, we can, but it'll have to be janky and clearly not, pretending to be Daft Punk legit.
Will be Fad Punk.
Yes. You unalive mouse. Exactly. Yes. Soviet slaps are always allowed, Relay. Love you, bro.
Half dunk. There we go.
Do not play music videos or any other third-party audio-visual content without written permission of the applicable party. I know a lot of you out there in the open format world were including music videos as a portion of your visual content. Yeah. According to the terms of service, that is not allowed. Yep. So I'm thinking of Joshua Carl. I'm thinking of Immaculate. I'm thinking of Giannis as a popular one. My dude Eddie Adul on Wednesdays plays a lot of new wave videos, and I fucking love them too because there's some deep cuts. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, so good.
Yeah, it's really good. All right. Paft Dunk. Yes.
Paft Dunk. When you order Daft Punk on Temu.
Yeah, exactly. Wish.com. Do not rebroadcast or simulcast concerts or similar live performance of artists, whether from venues or other services, without written permission from the applicable parties. So our Rampage watch parties,
big no.
Yeah. When we were doing watch parties of EDC and like talking shit, can't
big
do.
No-no.
I guess big no. Yeah. So I'm not saying I won't do it anymore. I'm just saying, if I got three strikes,
I got burners. Yeah,
if I got 3 strikes, I'll swing and a miss once for it.
I'll take a rip.
Right? I know Gouda would too. All right. Next one. Be a performer, not a jukebox. Amen. Do not publicly share set lists ahead of your DJ performance or live stream requests from the audience immediately after they are made. That's interesting. So I feel like the live streaming request is going to be hard to enforce. Honestly, like that's going to be really difficult to enforce. And so I don't know what, I mean, I think that's just a COAA move. I think a lot of this is, but we'll get to that later. And then it says, do not publicly share set lists ahead of time. That's kind of, I'd never really thought about that. We're like, yo, coming up at 6:30, I'm going to be playing these songs. If you want to hear these songs, like slide through, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's everybody in their pre-recorded sets.
Yeah, but what if you're just like teasing unreleased songs and who the artist is gonna be? Does that count or does that not?
Yeah, because
count?
it's not set. It's not a set list.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What is this for?
What's
and
the
then
point?
for the requests, are they gonna go back and look at the chat and be like, you know what, this person made a request and 2 minutes later you played the song, and then you're like, well, you deleted my VOD, so how do you know that?
How are you going to enforce that? Like that's some
it's weird.
Yeah, there's no way to enforce that unless there's already somebody complaining, and then somebody scrubs the video and finds other violations. Right? That's the only way that can be enforced. Do not play a full album of substantially or substantially all of the album catalog tracks and live streams. So no album listening parties. That's kind of a bummer.
That sucks.
Yeah. That's kind of a bummer. I mean, as DJs, I don't know about you, but I love going cover to cover on an album to this day. Like I love listening to a full album, and I know that I'm in a minority with that for a lot of folks out there. But I know that if anybody's listening to like a full album, it's going to be like a DJ type of a person. I like to. I mean, I know this is kind of old, but I like putting on like a album and just sitting on the couch and like letting it roll, or like walking around the house and like doing things while and especially when an album has a really good flow and a story to tell in itself. I feel like that's really fun to enjoy, and to make a participatory album listening party would be a lot of fun. I could see Corinne crushing a stream like that. You know what I mean? And it sucks that it's that technically it's against terms of service.
Yeah, you might be of the generation that actually used to buy an album, get your friends together, and sit down and listen to it, read the liner notes, and
yes,
that was
one of the last.
That was those days, Yeah, people don't really do that anymore,
no.
And that's also going to exclude tribute mixes.
Yep.
Like if you're going to do stuff like that, where you're going to play all of somebody's catalog or just strictly their music.
Right. Yep. Tribute mixes would fall under something like this too, as far as technically,
Yeah.
especially if you're going heavy on like, they only have 3 albums, you're covering all 3 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Next one is do not play catalog tracks from only one artist in one live stream. There you go. This applies to catalog tracks regardless of whether the artist appears as a featured artist, meaning the artist listed as a catalog track, as a side artist, meaning the artist listed as a guest. That's kind of sucks because what we like to do, here's a good example. What we like to do at Motown on Mondays, we do this show in Sacramento called Motown on Mondays. Obviously, we're playing a lot of music from the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s primarily. And let's be real, not a lot of those artists are alive anymore. And so when one of those artists' birthday comes around, it's not uncommon for us to be like, all right, it's this artist's tribute night. You know what I mean? And we're going to, all of us, we both have like little routine or set lists of like tributes to this particular artist. DJs love to do that, right? Assassin was just mentioning that. On the drum and bass side of things, I would love to like do artist showcase. It's fun, and so that's kind of a bummer that it technically is against terms of service. Lawyer, you played songs from an artist for 2 hours, Gouda, but the stream was 48 hours long. Right? For real though. Okay. And this was already like a thing. I mean, this is all stuff they said we couldn't do already, right? But this is getting even deeper. All right, D, follow the rules. One of the rules is to follow the rules. Okay, it's good to know. Check the Twitch DJ catalog and live stream catalog tracks currently used. If a track is not specifically used as a catalog track in the Twitch DJ catalog, you are not permitted to use that track in connection with your DJ performances unless you obtain written permission from the applicable rights holders. I can 100% guarantee you that not a single DJ on Twitch, or at least the majority of DJs on Twitch, will not add.
Do that. No one's.
They're not going to add checking the catalog to their workflow of like how they're going to program their sets. I 100% promise you that like adding that to your workflow, especially if you're like somebody who isn't pre-planning a set at all, you're just kind of winging it from start to finish. What are you going to do? Like while the song is playing, you're going to shoot over to Twitch's catalog, search for the artist and title, make sure that it's approved, and then queue it up and start playing it. I 100% tell you that's going to be a big ass no. And whoever thought of this as being the rule was not a DJ. Like this is definitely some like I'm not a DJ type rule right here. Anybody
it makes me wonder how many people in general are even going to be reading these terms, and it's just like, oh, I'll opt in. Okay, I'm streaming. They're not even going to pay any attention to this. Is it really going to matter?
Right.
That's why I wonder how that's going to play out with all those people.
Right. There's no VODs, so someone's going to have to catch you in the act to even claim that you did break one of these rules.
Or when they put a bot in or something.
Content
like
ID.
That,
Yeah, content ID
will
bots.
do that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right. The idea how many
still going to have to program a threshold to say like, oh yeah, you did play 8 out of the 12 tracks of this album. I'm going to flag this one.
And the problem with it being a content ID bot is it's not 100% accurate. It doesn't always get it right. And when it gets it wrong, if the penalty is severe to the creator or the streamer in the situation, then how viable is this bot, right? Because like I said earlier, Twitch is not trying to lose streamers. Twitch doesn't want to ban you, right? That's the last thing that they want to do. They're going to do everything they can to not ban you and keep you streaming on their channel so that they can go to these advertisers and say, look at all these DJs that are streaming on our platform. So why don't you come advertise your DJ gear on our platform so that we can make money from this? So they don't want to to ban DJs at all. They want the user base to grow, right? They want to be able to sell this to advertisers in a way that makes them money, because that's the only way that they make real money on Twitch is selling ads.
Hey, Billy, check the Knox in the chat. He makes a good point.
Where's it at? Let's take a look here.
Yeah, Twitch still is going to store those VODs, but as a third party, if you're a music company, you're not going to have access to those VODs, so you still have to catch them in the act.
Yeah, Twitch is definitely archiving everything. Those are all going into a server. But I feel like we'll get into a little bit later, but I feel like this is a lot of them just covering their ass in case somebody complains. They have verbiage that protects them as a platform and pushes the responsibility onto the end user. And that's kind of like the whole point of this. And it was the point of it before too, their old terms of service. As music rights tend to evolve over time, we expect to both add music and remove music from the Twitch DJ catalog on an ongoing basis. So make sure to recheck the Twitch. This is so not going to happen. Like everything about follow the rules is, and part A, I mean, I don't know. Am I wrong? I don't see any of us doing this. Like, I don't see like, as much as they want us to, I don't think that this is going to be
right.
Like, I don't think
I look at the artist page, like the artists that are canceled that I can't play, and that's it. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I can't play. Oh wait, oh yeah, I can't play that. You know what I mean? And then like move on. Like that's what I'm gonna do.
Right. And I feel like the just asking us to do this as a part of our workflow is so counterintuitive to DJing, and I just don't see it happening. I feel like it's going to be like, we're not, again, it goes back to preventative maintenance versus escalate and response. We're not going to practice preventative maintenance by checking the catalog before we play every song. We're just going to play the songs that we want, and if we get dinged, then we respond to after being dinged. And once it escalates, then we'll respond. I feel like that's the workflow that a lot of us are going to adopt.
And I think a lot of this is, like you said, it's CYA. They're just trying, they probably got a lot of pressure from the industry and all these labels. And so they are setting this up. And look, we're doing our due diligence. We can't cover everything. We can't do everything. We can't, police all of this. And we're doing what we can.
Yep.
And then, it makes them look good, gets it out of their hands, like you said, puts it on the end user. But are they going to come after you?
It honestly, it all comes down to money. And so if your channel isn't making a whole lot of money, then I don't think that there's going to be anybody spending money to police your stream. I don't think it's on Twitch to police the stream. I think it's on the rights holder's responsibility to police the stream and then complain. And then it's up to Twitch to respond. That's the way that I'm seeing that all the wording in this, the way that it's going. And that's just like it was before with the DJ catalog, where it's going to have to be, somebody's going to need to complain, and then Twitch has language to respond correctly, is the way that this is all working, the way that I see it. Do not include branding content in ways that violate policies section 6 below. We'll take a look at that. Do not circumvent, disrupt, or interfere with Twitch's efforts to collect accurate information about what catalog tracks are live streamed by participating DJs, or manipulate the catalog live streams attributed to a single track or group tracks in a deceptive, fraudulent, or abusive manner. So don't try to trick the system. I could tell you right now, I've looked into the catalog, and we'll look into it in a little bit, and I could tell you that there is some pretty funny inconsistencies. Like Bob Marley, Three Little Birds, you both can and cannot play it, according to the search that I did yesterday. That might have updated.
Is that the one that just had like 1 second length and difference in the track?
was another one. Yeah.
Yeah. What do
like
the times mean?
Yeah. And the times too. Some of them were like, the times were not accurate. You know what I mean? Like it was saying like this was a 0-second song. And it's like it didn't make any sense at all. And so
right. Did they pull it off of a compilation or a mix or I mean, I don't understand what those numbers are for.
What do those mean? Yeah.
Yo, Billy, they want you to go back to C. I think you skipped C.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I will. Thank you.
Yeah. No problem. You're good.
Comply with these DJ terms and services if applicable, a monetization agreement and times from time to time. Your failure to do so may be subject to your account enforcement under the removal process, which we'll get to. That's the part that I want to see is the enforcement and or notice of alleged copyright infringement from the rights holders and their agents. All right. Backpedaling. C. Put on an audio-visual show. Okay, this is good. The DJ program is for live streaming only. Do not record or rebroadcast your DJ performances or performances for other participating DJs. In other words, some of you who like to produce shows where you ask DJs to pre-record mixes, and then your production is presenting technically a rebroadcast or a recorded mix. Technically, that sounds like that's going to be a violation of terms of service. Am I reading that wrong?
Nope.
No,
Nope,
that's great, because then that falls into the rebroadcasting of like that licensing issue that they don't have. They have the live license, but not the replay license.
Unless you're doing like an in-studio mix with somebody.
Even then, it sounds like do not record or rebroadcast your DJ performances or performances for other DJ participating.
That's covering their ass, saying that like, well, technically it was live, but it's not, or whatever.
Where you got it from?
Yeah, DJ's gonna.
Because it's not a live stream like this. It's me basically, playing a video from my phone, and that's like that's a rebroadcast of that. That licensing is completely different, like we mentioned.
Like I told you guys, we're digging in deep. Okay, we're getting into the language and deciphering the language so that we can get a better understanding of this. I'm glad that you're into it, and that means that you're really interested in this DJ program. Hopefully, we're providing a good resource of information for you. This is going to be on my YouTube, and then we're going to cut shorts of it and put it all over the Instas and the Metas and everything else. So keep an eye open for those. Do not create or upload VODs, clips, or any other recording containing the catalog tracks using Twitch services. You better believe that's going to happen. DJs are right now, and this has been a trend for a while, DJ short form content is real. There are people who are DJs that are actually becoming famous strictly from their short form content. And it's like a DJ doing one quick mix or a quick portion of their routine, and they're showing like a portion of their stream where they did something cool or something funny happened. And that's 100% going to happen.
You should totally do that.
Those who are doing it right? Yeah. Charisma, I see you. You definitely do that. Yep. Good to see you. The DJ program is not for audio only broadcasts. Do not live stream music without accompanying live interactive audiovisual performance, i.e. no audio only or automated broadcasts are permitted. Some people were concerned that this means that you have to have a camera on you, and that's absolutely not what it's saying. It's saying that you cannot do a blacked screen with music. It has to be an interactive audio-visual performance. So if you're the kind of person who likes to put like a visual up on the screen while you're DJing, or it's like an animated, a lot of folks that do the no camera DJ streams, right?
VTubers and shit like that too.
Right. That is totally fine. And I know that it also implies that the audio-only transcoding is not going to be available. So if you use the mobile app, I don't know how many of you use the Twitch mobile app. By the way, the new version is garbage, and we'll probably talk about that next week. But the Twitch mobile app, when you look at the different types of encoding that you can use on the stream, 1080p, 720p, 420, you go down, you can go all the way down to the no audio only is an option that you can do, which is great. I use that on road trips where I don't want to use a lot of bandwidth on my and make sure that the signal is solid when I'm driving through the foothills of California and stuff. And audio only is great because I'm not even looking at my phone anyways, and I can still listen to y'all streaming. And so that's actually going to no longer be available. So triple overhead specifically, I see you already. You're always audio only because you're rolling in the truck. You're going to have to use like a low quality video stream, and unfortunately that means it's going to have to be 720p or higher because they degrade the audio encode once you go lower than that as well. The audio starts to sound shittier under 720. So
Like
if you want to keep that full audio encode, then you need to go at least 720p.
I don't think you think they're going to take that away?
Yes.
All right.
You might be able to save on bandwidth with a static image, then you can get away with that.
Then you can get away with that, right? And you can lower your bitrate output on your OBS too to make yourself more available if you don't have transcoding and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so there's workarounds.
There's workarounds, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, it sounds way better on audio only. Exactly too. Yeah, if you're driving around and the signal gets shitty and the transcoding automatically downscales because your connection got crappy. If you're those of you who are the drive around and listen to Twitch crew, you can hear it degrade when like you're driving through a tunnel and the signal gets crappy. And if you keep it on audio only, that signal doesn't it stays nice and clean.
Yeah, but are you understanding that that's going to affect audio? Obviously you can't do an audio only stream, right. But are you able to listen with audio only, or is it
right? That's what I'm taking from that. Is
it sounds like if it's the DJ's category, you won't be able to have audio only as a
exactly
selectable
right.
option. But if it's not
exactly
a DJ's category,
even to listen,
probably still,
yes.
Even to listen.
Even to listen, audio only is not going to be available as an encode option on the mobile app on the DJ category specifically. That's the way that I understand it. It's not just written here. There's going to be something else that mentions it as well.
Moving on.
Yep, moving on. The monetization program, as provided in the monetization agreement. Did I skip anything? No. Okay. Costs of providing the Twitch services are subtracted from the net revenue before your revenue share is calculated. So, as a part of the monetization agreement, costs of providing the Twitch services are subtracted from your net revenue. So, it has nothing to do with how many people are watching your stream, and has more to do with how much money you make on your channel. That's very important. So I was curious if people who have lots of people watching their stream are going to be paying more than those who don't. Technically, theoretically, yes, but it's not necessarily the case because
the same scale, right?
Yeah, more viewers does not equal more money. I don't know anybody that can testify to that more than Catch 22.
And it's based on percentage as well. It's not based on total dollars or total viewers. It's a percentage, so everybody pays the same percent. It's like a flat rate tax.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm curious what it's going to be. They don't put up specific percentages. My guess is that it's because it's variable based again on what you played and where it was played. Like what regions are you reaching?
Who done it?
Yeah.
And then bookkeeping's got to be a nightmare on this.
What's that?
The bookkeeping's got to be a nightmare on this.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
If they're doing it the way that that it should be done, which is how you're saying.
In my opinion, and this isn't a solution for everybody, but I mean, if you have a record box and a Serato extension that takes a lot of this legwork out and just like puts a green check mark next to the ones you're allowed to play and tells you like, which ones are the higher ones that cost more to play, you know what I mean? Like things like that would be really helpful for DJs. But again, that would
imagine a Twitch plugin like that to be able to do that in your fucking library. That'd be so dope.
That'd be dope. Yeah,
we're working on one, just to let you know.
A Twitch plugin that would report to Twitch what you played, how many people you played it for, and how long it was played for would be the ideal way to content ID your streams, because then you have the ability to scale the revenue based on how many people listened to that stream and how much revenue is generated on that channel. And you can
also playtime. That's a good point.
And the amount of time, the length that you played it for. Exactly. That's all stuff that can be variable. And also it's a good way of targeting the actual artists involved, because let's be real, streaming revenue and payouts to artists is like a big, unless you're Taylor Swift or somebody on the top of the food chain with music. That bottom 80%, 90% of artists fighting for the crumbs left over from streaming revenue, the way that the payout works and the priority systems and everything else, it's not fair for the independents and the smaller cats. And I feel like if that model is carried over into this and we see more of the same, then I'm going to be equally as upset about a smaller artist getting the shaft on when it comes to the monetization of their product. I would love to be able to purposely play like my homies music, all of your guys' music, knowing that that is 100% going to go to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not like get dipped into this giant pool that gets divvied up amongst a pool of artists, right? And so it's hard to police things when it comes to a live stream unless you have actual hard documentation. And I feel like the only way to do it would be to put an extension into your DJ software. Let's keep it rolling, though. That's not going to happen. They're doing a lot. So far, we don't know what they're doing, technically.
Audio only.
Yeah, it was called Kuvo back when it existed.
Yeah, audio only does seem to be working, as Don said in the chat.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Good to know. Okay. What is that? Oh, the program terms. Thank you, Catch. Modifications on these program terms. Twitch may amend any of these terms, posting the amended terms and updating the last updated date above. Please check these DJ terms periodically so they can change it whenever they want. For residents of European Union, anybody awake right now in the European Union, in the United Kingdom or Switzerland who are acting as a consumer, i.e. for the purpose in which to be regarded as being outside your trade, craft, or profession, consumer, Twitch will provide reasonable prior notice of amendments to these DJ terms. To the extent permitted by applicable law, not opting out of your agreement to participate in the DJ program under these DJ terms before the effective date, I'm already confused, will be deemed your consent to the amended terms. Where required by applicable law, Twitch will ask for your consent to the amended terms. In other words, there is anybody in the UK or in the EU can help chime in on this because I'm not an expert on this side of things. But the way that I understand it, if you are a professional in entertainment, then you have a specific type of identification, and this identification is part of kind of like how you have to. It's like a tax for taxes and for you being being able to travel and all kinds of other things in regards to traveling and performing in the EU and the UK. And you have two different classifications. One is that you're a professional, or one is that you're a consumer. And if you're a consumer, there are different rights in comparison to a professional when it comes to music rights. And so it sounds like they're going to be accommodating this with amended terms for those consumers. If I have that wrong, please let me know if I have that wrong. Anybody?
Are they going to also need to pay a VAT?
I don't know. Yeah, good call. Yeah, who knows? All right.
Can I say something real quick on this?
Of course.
What I think is really interesting on this, and I'm sure some lawyer could tell us yay or nay on it, but anytime you ever agree to terms and services or anything like that, you do it before joining the program. So it's very interesting to me that they don't make you read through all this. You know, like any program, anybody in chat, I'm sure you know this, like when you play a video game or online game,
scroll down.
You have to scroll down,
right,
and you have to get to the very bottom, and then it says click to join.
Do you have to do a checkbox or something that says that you agree to like all of their terms that you can find here? You can agree to this that you can find there. So it's not in it.
Click in this,
but,
yeah,
but you gotta like click that. Yes, you agree to those fucking things.
Right? Yeah, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it's they could have done it a little bit better.
Terminating your participation in the DJ program. Your agreement to participate in the DJ program is entirely voluntary. You may opt out of the DJ program, terminate these terms by selecting the option in your dashboard to opt out. It's really easy. I took a look. Opting out is not difficult. It's a button. If that option is available, or by sending a message to the customer support portal and request to opt out. By opting out, Twitch may impose limitations on how frequently opt-out can occur via the dashboard. Interesting. So it's easy to opt out the first time, but if you keep opting out, they might be like,
they gotta you gotta be level 5 of this game first.
Yeah, but I also wonder too if you do opt out, what do they now have you on a previous DJ list? So now they'll watch your streams.
Yeah,
you're on a watch.
Yeah. You've already ratted yourself out, like basically, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And so now I'm not going to do that. I don't want to pay. So now you're just going to stream on there without the program.
Yep. So. And they know that's going to happen, and so that puts you into like a special server where they watch you a little bit closer, right?
Right.
Yeah. Or a special server that they know like isn't going to get any traffic, right? There's very little discoverability. They'll put you in the
timeout.
Yeah, timeout server. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The extra special bot.
Yeah. All right. When you opt out by selecting the option in the dashboard, opt out takes effect immediately, except with respect to the music costs deduction. Of course, they're going to get their money, right? Provided in Section 5. When you contact customer support to request an opt-out, your opt-out will be effective either when your request is processed or 7 days from when your message to customer support, whichever is sooner. And in each use case, except for music cost, deduction is provided in Section 5. So basically, if you do opt out, the opt-out is immediate. But if you have some sort of revenue that's in limbo, they're going to settle that out within 7 days of you reaching out to customer support, or when it cycles through, whatever happens first, right? In addition, we reserve the right to end your participation in the DJ program and terminate these DJ terms immediately upon reasonable prior written notice, with or without cause. We can nuke you at any moment. For residents of the European Union or the European Economic Area and the UK or Switzerland who are acting as a consumer, except in the case where Twitch reasonably considers that giving notice is legally prohibited, for instance, when providing notice, I don't even know any of this stuff, okay, would either violate applicable laws, regulations, and this is why I would get lost. When it comes to like the US, I know a little bit more, but as far as UK and EU regulations, it's really confusing to me.
Well, it doesn't apply to you, so it doesn't really matter. But
well, there might be some folks.
Yeah, exactly. That people want to know.
Right. There might be some folks in the chat right now that are in those territories. You never know. I mean, according to my stats, it's a really small percentage. So big up to like 2 of you that are awake right now. Neither we nor you will be liable to each other for any damages resulting from termination of these DJ terms. When you opt out or are terminated from the DJ program, you lose access to the Twitch DJ catalog. You must cease to use any catalog tracks. You may be subject to copyright strikes and or account enforcement if you continue to stream DJ performances on your Twitch services. That's what you were just saying. Yeah.
Hot one. Catching hot one.
Yeah. So if you opt out, then you could be facing some serious no-nos. Okay, let's go into some heat here. 1 second.
That answers a couple questions from the Discord about, what would happen, if you stopped, if you terminated what you were doing, or if the penalty for playing like the no artists are.
Okay, I'm saving the best for last, which is the music play and do not play list. I'm going to get into what I wanted to talk about a lot was how things are going to be enforced. Okay, is what I want to cover right now, and let's do that now. Okay. Here is the reporting process for participating music rights holders. I'm reading so much that I'm having a hard time keeping up with the chat, so I appreciate those in the Zoom flagging anything that's worth mentioning. Just interrupt me. Just interrupt me and be like, this person's making a good point. That would help me out.
Shut up.
Yeah. Or also, I'm just gonna keep going. You know what I mean? That's how it is.
That's why we came here, Billy.
Love you.
Teamwork.
All right. The reporting process for participating music rights holders. Twitch has partnered with certain music rights holders to establish parameters for how their copyright works can be used for service. These partners have enabled Twitch to set up more flexible, accommodating process apart from our DMCA process. So this is different from the DMCA stuff that we were covering 4 years ago. For Twitch creators who either participate in the DJ program to use the music in ways that are not allowed in DJ program terms, who otherwise include these rights holders' music in their channels, we refer to this process as the music reporting process, set out to what it means for creators in the remainder of this page. So this is like, if you break the rules, this is your repercussions. These are your repercussions, okay? First of all, VODs. Participating music rights holders may submit a report to Twitch when their music is included in VODs. Examples: stream archives, highlights, uploads, or clips that include unauthorized content, i.e. examples, sound recordings, musical compositions, or videos. Upon receiving such report, Twitch may remove or mute the VODs. It's important that they say that participating rights holders may submit a report. That suggests that they're not going to be looking for VODs that violate. They're going to be responding to rights holders that submit a report. There's a difference there, right? Like I keep going back to preventative maintenance versus escalation and response. Exactly. Yep. We know that let me back up a little bit. We know that copyright can be challenging to navigate and have entered into contracts with certain music rights holders that have allowed us to create a separate reporting and handling process for particular uses of their copyrighted works on Twitch. These contracts recognize that background, incidental, and in-game uses of music or creators' streams, VODs, and clips merit different treatment from more flagrant music uses. I like that they say flagrant music uses, such as operating an unlicensed radio station, rebroadcasting a concert, or sharing pre-release or unreleased tracks. In addition, these contracts recognize that creators who participate in the Twitch DJ program merit an alternative approach when they inadvertently use music in ways prohibited by the Twitch DJ terms. In other words, they're working with these rights holders to do something that is different from the DMCA. They're doing something that is a little more lenient and allows DJs to separate themselves from the previous, from gaming streams and other streams where the music is in the back, is not the forefront, or as they put it, not flagrantly used. And so they're creating a separation here, and they're creating a different response as well. Okay, so for channels enrolled in the Twitch DJ program, participating rights holders may submit a report to Twitch when their music or other intellectual property is used in a stream without authorization in any of the ways listed below. Upon receiving such report, Twitch may issue a penalty under the music reporting process and take the following actions based on the report. I want to drive this paragraph home. If anybody is watching right now, please understand this language. This is them pretty much saying that these consequences are based on them responding to somebody who has submitted a report to Twitch. This is not Twitch trying to hunt down streamers and ban them for violating their catalog. This Twitch is basically saying, if you get in trouble, this is what we're going to do. But we're going to be responding to submitted reports. You see how there's a difference there? And I feel like the big scare tactic, and again, we don't know exactly how this is going to be enforced. I'm just saying how the wording suggests it, is that, again, the Twitch's goal is not to start flicking DJs off their channel one by one who are violating their terms of service. That's the exact opposite of what they want. They want to start bringing in more DJs, making it more accessible, making DJs who are on the fence about the legalities of playing music on Twitch more comfortable with coming in so they can grow their user base, increase the revenue stream, and share this growing user base with potential advertisers specifically in this space. You're going to start seeing Mojack's shorts, advertisements popping up. You're going to start seeing Pioneer DJ and Denon going head to head, Alpha Theta commercials popping up. You're going to start seeing music related things. Maybe a new song is coming out and they want to promote this new song on the Twitch music or DJ category, right? All of these
dropping a new album.
All of these targeted advertising opportunities can only happen if Twitch is able to sell something that equals money to these advertisers. And a creator base that is dropping or decreasing is not going to sell ads. Okay. And so I 100% guarantee you that it is not in Twitch's MO to start heavily micromanaging the DJs on Twitch and start flicking them off one by one. You violated. That's not what this is about. And I feel like the rhetoric that's been online has kind of leaned in that direction, making Twitch some like evil censor, or making Twitch like this like overlord that's going to dictate how we play our music, or how Twitch is going to start banning us for playing a Prince song because it's on the do not playlist, and as soon as I play it, that's gonna fucking raise an alarm, and immediately my stream is gonna be off. This is not saying that. Nothing that we have read has said that so far. In fact, it looks like the responsibility of policing this is less on Twitch's shoulders. Twitch has to enforce things, but as far as policing things, I think it's going to be up to the rights holders to find the violations and report them to Twitch before Twitch responds.
And they're trying to get the DJs to do their part and, semi check their catalog or see if they're okay to play stuff or something.
They want to educate the DJs in order to keep this thing viable. 100%. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So everybody's supposed to do their part. It's not any one entity that's going to manage this whole thing.
Right. Future means more bots. Yeah, for real. All right. Type of activity. Let's take a look. This is the juice right here. This is fun. Okay. So it looks like there's a 3-strike or 4-strike situation going on here, right? First report, second report, third report, fourth report. Okay. Obviously, it looks like things ultimately end with your channel permanently suspended. Okay. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Broadcast streams that include pre-released or unreleased recorded music, i.e. music that is not released by the rights holder or to the public at the time it was introduced to the stream. If the rights holder reports you, the first report, the live stream is ended and the channel is suspended for 24 hours. Well, this channel only streams twice a week, so I think we'll be pretty good there. We'll be able to brag that we got suspended. Music reporting penalty issued as well. That's like you got a strike on your record, right? So that's strike one. And this is the part that I'm a little bit concerned about. Live stream ended. So if this is something that's going to be happening during a live stream potentially, how is that going to be moderated? Is it going to be Twitch's overseeing bot that gets it right 80% of the time? Is it going to be Sony releasing a series of bots onto Twitch that's just going to comb Twitch constantly and look for violations and report them every time that they see them?
Well, it's back to your earlier point up there in the paragraph of VODs. Participating music right holders may submit a report.
Right.
They need to submit the report.
They need to submit the report. Exactly.
So, and it says right there, first report. So that's when they get a report. So they have to actually catch you in the act, report it to Twitch while you're still streaming for them to go, oh, really? Okay. And then stop your stream.
Exactly.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. Exactly.
And does it mean live stream ended? Like after your live stream ended, then it happens? Or does it mean it shuts your stream down? That's the verbiage that's pretty tricky for me too.
To me, I'm reading it as they're going to bun your stream. You're going to get a nuke.
Okay.
I can only hope that there's some sort of like the guy that goes like this when your Twitch stream breaks. There's the guy that goes like, it's like that guy. That would be awesome if there's like you got bunned down for violation like notification. It's almost like a hard flex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Okay. Second report. Live stream ended, channel suspended for 24 hours, music reporting penalty issued. So 2 strikes are exactly the same. Third strike, you're out. You keep getting playing these unreleased recorded musics and you don't have the permission to. You're playing some forthcoming promo and you don't have written permission from the record label to do it. Then you're and you can't prove otherwise. Then that's going to be channel permanently bun down. Start a new channel. Okay. Let's get to the next type of activity. Broadcast streams that include recording music without an accompanying live audiovisual performance. Example, no audio only broadcast, automated broadcast, or similar broadcast over a prolonged period without a live performance element. I feel like these channels that are playing like straight up radio playlists that are, and they exist, they're just like 24/7 music streams
or like lo-fi shit, right? Wouldn't
yeah,
that be
exactly,
like a fucking
like Lo-Fi Girl. I think would be the example of something like that.
Right. Not unless there's somebody like a VTube like kind of thing where there's some kind of live, like they said, like live performance aspect of it, right? Like not where it's just like on the fucking, on loop for fucking ever.
Broadcast streams that include playback of an entire album of recorded music or recorded music from a single artist for more than 30 minutes with minimal other content. So artist tributes and entire albums. Rebroadcast concerts and similar live performances that include recorded music. So that's the watch parties when we do like the EDC watch parties or the festival watch parties. That's a big no-no. Rebroadcast. I loved watching EDC together. I thought that was a lot of fun. Rebroadcast previously live DJ streams, including your own, that include recorded music. So no more replays as well. And the penalties for that: first report, DJ, is that Inaros? Appreciate the follow. I should do some obligatory shout outs. Norbot, 52 months. Hope you're doing good. Yes. 916 Junglist IRL, September 14th. Mark your calendars. Saturday, September 14th. 916 Junglist celebrating 26 years. And we will be streaming it live on Twitch. And it's a broadcast, not a rebroadcast. So I hope we're okay with that.
Boom, boom.
Live stream, first strike, live stream ended. Second strike, channel suspended for 24 hours. Third strike, user reporting penalty issued. Same as before. First strike, live stream ended. So you get 3 strikes. You get 4 strikes on this. So they're giving you a little bit extra love. You know what I mean? 4 times it has to happen before you're bunned down. I feel like once, like what Assassin was saying earlier, I feel like once you have 1 penalty issued, you're classified in like a different, you're one of the bad boys that they're watching a little bit closer at that point. You got the dunce cap on and they're putting you in the corner.
You've been flagged.
Keeping a close eye on you, right?
Is that what I said?
Something like that, yeah.
Thanks for quoting me.
Yeah. Direct quote. Yeah, exactly. Right. I lost my camera. Hang on. All right. There we go. Okay. Keeping it moving. Broadcasting paid sponsor content that uses a name or likeliness of a recording artist affiliated with the rights holder. This is the PAF dunk.
Dead mouse.
Yeah, exactly. The unalive mouse. No impersonations that look official or sponsored.
That means I can't have a fucking Bob Ross cosplay fucking stream.
Well, technically you can, because it doesn't imply endorsement. I think that's the key. In a manner that implies endorsement by the artist or rights holder. So you're not saying like Bob Ross approves it, right?
Right.
So then that puts you.
And so you can't DJ wearing like all DC shoes gear. Making it look like you're sponsored by them
as well. That's
you can, but as long as you're not implying that you're sponsored by DC.
Not implying, you're saying it.
You could be
you're wearing all their gear.
You could have that DC drip, as the kids like to say, right? You could have that head to toe in DC and be like, look like a fan of the product. DC, by the way, what? But if there's like a sponsored by DC logo in the corner, that's a different story, right?
Well, yeah, because you're actually saying it at that point.
Yeah. The implication, like, that's such a gray area. Like, you could argue that to the T, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Broadcast advertisements, promotions, or paid sponsored content that includes recorded music outside of the monetization programs offered by Twitch. So, if you're doing like broadcasting advertisements, promotions, or paid sponsored content that includes recorded music outside of monetization programs offered by Twitch. So you're talking about music that's not on the list, right?
Yeah.
And as well as broadcasting advertisements, promotions, or paid sponsor content. So that'd be like, let's say, okay, here's a good example. Let's say I'm doing an IRL event stream, Okay, like I have 916 Junglist on September 14th. Shameless plug. Let's say like I have a sponsorship, like a commercial from Alpha Theta Group. They want me to put like the commercial for their new controller somewhere on the stream, right? And putting that into my stream would be a violation of the service if somebody reported it, if the rights holder reported it. Am I reading that right?
I think it's like if you're playing if you're dropping a commercial that has a song from somebody who's not in the program.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Like, so if I make a video with fucking Prince and Jay-Z in it, like I can't do that because they're not.
Well, what if you're promoting your own stuff? Because maybe I'm doing an album release party, or
then that kind of falls into the gray area that Billy has an issue with, is that like the rights holders are the ones going after the stuff. So like even if you have late released music to the distributor, it's all how it gets flagged. You know what I mean?
It's if the rights holder raises a stink, then Twitch will respond.
Yeah,
it's the way that I'm seeing it.
Because I sponsor my own shows.
Yeah, exactly. I do too. Like we can run a Sac Tech Exchange commercial right now if I want to.
Are you open on Saturdays?
Yes, we are. All right, shameless plug. All right, exclamation point STE in the chat. Next, broadcasting. Okay, we did that one. Broadcast streams that include recording music that is not included in the DJ music catalog. That's pretty straightforward. In other words, if it's not on the play or do not play list, specifically the play, if it's not on any list at all, they don't have, then that would be technically a violation. But again, it sounds like it would need to be reported, right? Broadcasting recorded music from a DJ music catalog and content other than DJ content or channel which is not enrolled in the DJ program. So these are folks that are doing music music centric streams that where it's technically not DJ content. So an example would be is if I was playing drum and bass fully up nice and loud, but the stream was like Sacramento Tech Exchange live cams. It sounds like if I was, let's say like I was listening to like a DJ mix in the background and it was like full volume line level, what do they call it? Flagrant use of the music. But the subject matter is not DJ content. Or if the channel, like the Sacramento Tech Exchange channel, is not enrolled in the DJ program, which is pretty obvious if you're not enrolled in the DJ program. There's an example there. Okay. Next, this is really important. This is what I was talking about earlier. Broadcast streams other than DJ content in which recorded music is the focus or is integral to the stream, such as a fitness class. So this, I think, would fall under a couple of streamers in our circle that do like dancing and flow streams. It sounds like those streams are technically going to be a violation of terms of service. And so that's tough because I really enjoy watching those streams, and they're usually like really awesome people, and they're super engaging because they are, they're literally like looking right at the chat and engaging the chat directly. And it's really fun. In fitness classes, that's a bummer because I feel like that's a lost opportunity. You can build a huge community,
a health and wellness like community. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, dude. Like
you could. That's something that's a missed opportunity to me. That's especially for those who are like independent contractors that work at gyms and things like that. Yeah. They would be able to thrive off of something like Twitch if it was allowed. It sounds like it's not though. No Zumba classes on Twitch apparently.
Damn,
that's a bummer. Hopefully that changes. Yeah.
But maybe this is related to just the DJ streams, because if they're not enrolled in this program and they can still have the music in the background because they're not technically part of this program, so maybe that wouldn't apply to them at that point. I don't know.
So does it? I mean, and then the next question would be what justifies the background? Like, is it a certain volume level compared to the vocal? Like, is it a mixing principle? Like, when do we consider it background and foreground when it comes to the music? Because, in fitness, especially things like Zumba, where music is centric to the class, it's a rhythm-based class, or like spin class or something like that. You know what I mean? Where where the music is part of the motivation in a lot of ways. If the music isn't pumping, then I feel like I would be more, I would be going to the channels where the music was pumping versus where the music was like super low and background audibility. That's my perception. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think if it's, kind of music focused, music centric, or whatever that it should be, you should proceed with caution, at least for now.
Yeah.
Because we really
but that's what I'm saying, because it says there in that second to the last item where the music's not or the music is the focus of the stream. Right. But
I think intent is
that
obviously
relating
matter,
to is that relating to this DJ program as opposed to if you're not in it?
It feels like it would need its own program, which is even more convoluted for Twitch, but it definitely doesn't fall into the DJ category. Vector makes a good point. Are they actively mixing and selecting music? Maybe not. Maybe they have a DJ playing. You know what I mean? I've DJ'd fitness classes. I've done like boot camp classes and stuff like that and so there are DJ class there, and there was actually, remember that time there was a guy who would do he was DJing while riding a bike.
Yeah.
Well, maybe what they're
thank you.
What they're getting at is that if you're like a fitness streamer, that you shouldn't be in this program.
Because
exactly. You're going to get striked. So you can do it outside of this program, I guess. I don't know. Let them find you over there when, if you've got background music where it's not the main focus. I don't know.
And honestly, like, let's be real, if it does fall back on the original terms of service, I feel like unless they're policing it closely, fitness streamers are fine until they blow up and reach numbers where it makes a difference. Yeah, right. Arn QST, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
At what point do they, come after you? Like, exactly.
I feel like there's only two ways where it makes sense. One is there is a single streamer that is generating enough revenue to where it justifies litigating because suing is profitable, not doesn't put them in the red. The other approach would be to nickel and dime millions of streamers to where it adds up to a point where they can sue Twitch as a whole for violating on this large of a scale. And the latter would probably be the smarter move. It'd be easier for them to say, look at these millions of violations that we were able to comb from Twitch over the last 3 months. Twitch, you owe us $1 kajillion, right? Versus like, oh, this streamer has 10,000 people following them. Let's sue them for $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the latter is going to be just like, the feds go after the plug's plug. You know what I mean? You got to go to the source. You got to go to the top on it if you're trying to make the real money. And so I think that the move, if you were actively trying to come after Twitch for this, would be to unleash a series of bots that are constantly moderating everybody in the DJ category, and anything that's a violation, marking it. Not necessarily reporting it, but marking it. And once you have all of these date stamps of all of these violations accumulated to the point where you can justify suing for millions and millions of dollars, then you present your case. Then you throw up the lawsuit, you take them to court, and you take down, you try to get your money, right? I feel like that's the play if you're trying to go after big money in this situation. Yeah. Otherwise, I could speak for myself, but I would say the majority of us aren't making enough money as individuals for any kind of publishing company to give a shit, including Twitch, honestly. But that's where I stand. I feel like that's where it's at. It's all money. It's all money. Long story short.
And it's not. I just want to say it's like we're not flagrantly trying to violate rules or do anything. And heck, we're doing the record industry a favor. We're playing their music. We're promoting stuff. Why are they? Why is it such a problem? I don't get it. But That's the way the industry is.
It's the way the industry is. It's it's easy to point fingers in different directions. It's really easy to point fingers at the actual artists. And I feel like it's really important that those who are watching right now understand that just because you see the name Jay-Z, just because you see the name Prince, it doesn't mean, obviously not Prince, because Prince wasn't even alive for any of this. It doesn't necessarily mean that those artists don't want you to play their music. In fact, I would imagine that it doesn't mean that at all. It probably means one of two things. One, they're either holding out for more money, or two, they've opted out entirely because they don't want to mess with something that's unfamiliar.
It's greed. Everybody wants their money, and the record industry is the only ones that make money. That really the artists don't make that much money, if any at all.
Right.
We know
exactly.
that.
Yep. Exactly.
So they're just big industry trying to make money off of other people by, stealing their property and their music and suing people that are violating laws, and
we can all thank Lars from Metallica. You guys were absolutely
there
right.
You go.
Fuck that guy.
It's all Lars's fault.
Your mom's Jason Ringo. What are you guys doing right now in a bit war? Love you guys. Thank you.
It would be nice if the program was a little more bi-directional so that the artists could actually look and see who's playing their music at the end of every month, and then like come into the channel, support it all, and have us connect as DJs and promoters and producers and label owners.
I don't know that they would support it. They'd actually report it and try to get paid.
Yeah, that part. Yeah. Or if it's not them, it's a representation of them, right? The lawyers that they represent these companies are going to try to get their money.
But then again, that depends on what music that you're talking about, because us little drum and bass DJs, I mean, it's a community. So
yeah, I meant the drum and bass stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they're after everybody, but yeah.
Drum and bass is pretty
well taken.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys are all right.
Yep. All right, streams on all other channels. For channels that are not enrolled, so this is if you opt out, okay? Before we were talking about stuff that if you opted in and the complications from that. Oh, by the way, those last different activities. Strike 1, music, you get a strike. Strike 2, you get a strike. Strike 3, you get another strike. Strike 4, now you're bunned. So they give you 4 chances, or technically 3 chances. And after, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Just chucking quarters at the fucking stage right now. Love it. What
about your titties?
Right.
It's all going to go towards you paying these royalties.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are leveling out the playing field as far as the revenue split goes.
Yeah. We're in hour 1 here. It's going great.
Yeah. For channels that are not enrolled. Okay, so if you broadcast recorded music in a way that mirrors a radio station, the channel is permanently suspended. First report.
Do not do that.
Broadcast recorded music in a way that mirrors a radio station, i.e. channel primarily focused on broadcasting recorded music over prolonged periods of time without streamer interaction. Mixtapes kind of did this. What was E-Rock's one that he had going for a while?
Sugar Shack.
Sugar Shack. Yeah, Sugar Shack would be something that we should be worried about this as well. Those of you that are, programming playlists and then broadcasting them on Twitch, programming automated playlists. So like, literally pulling up a playlist on Spotify, running it, and then streaming it with like your logo on it. That's going to get you nuked on your first report. All it's going to take is once. That's the harshest penalty out of all of them. I want to point that out. Nobody else is strike 1, you're out. So whatever you do not be the fastest tracks exacts on wax.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Yeah. All right. That's going to hit gamers. Dude, you're right. That could potentially hit gamers pretty hard. It absolutely could.
100%.
Yep.
Gamer, people that do racing games, that kind of stuff, or even these fitness programs.
But again, it sounds like the rights holders have to, upon receiving such report, right? And so it has to be reported. So how is this reporting going to happen? That's the big question mark. We're not going to find out until like another month, is what it sounds like. Next violation: broadcasting live DJ streams that include recorded music. You get a strike, you get 2 strikes, you get 3 strikes, you're out. So if you are DJing on Inside the Ride and you have no strikes, we're good. But if you're DJing on Inside the Ride and you got 3 strikes already, I'm going to tell you to hit up my burner channel instead.
Yeah, but you're the one doing the streaming.
Yeah, but I'm embedding their
you're
stream
rebroadcasting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm embedding them in. And so because I'm embedding them in, we're both equally liable at that point. Technically, I could be violating as well. This is for the embed part of it. We'll see how that works out. We'll see how that works out.
Maybe I'll withdraw my participation.
Jungle of you.
And that kind of asked, Juice Drum and Bass was talking about it. She's worried about her live shows. They're worried about their live shows and who's playing something. And what I kind of said in the chat was exactly what you said, you know, what you're reading out. If somebody plays something on there, then it's your responsibility.
Yep.
You know, but it's also those rights holders contacting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep. And depending on how it's produced, if the content that you're playing is determined that it was pre-recorded in some fashion, technically that's a violation of the service agreement or for this agreement as well.
They even say if you have a pre-done set list somewhere in here too.
We talked about it earlier. Yeah.
If you the Spotify list or whatever. Yeah.
If you're if you're advertising the songs that you're going to be playing as a set list ahead of time, that's a no-no. Yeah.
That's a no-no. Yep.
Okay. Keeping it rolling.
This whole thing is going to be a complete logistical nightmare for everybody.
Everybody. Yep. It's new, right? It's new. So it's there's going to be it's going to be terrible at first.
I don't think they thought this out very well.
The sad part is I feel like they have.
Yeah.
I feel like this is 4 years in the making, and this is the best
this is the effort that they gave it.
Oh man.
Yeah, but here, I mean, you can also play devil's advocate. What if somebody said, "Hey, we just want to let you know we're done. You have to do something today."
Yep. Right? And I promise you that
a lot of people are gunning at Twitch, but you need to realize that they're doing something for us.
The person that started this on Twitch no longer works there, and that job has probably changed hands like 4 times. At least 2 times. And so you're seeing that as well. I know for a fact that the person that was in charge of all of music on Twitch was fired, and that one of the big layoffs. He no longer works there. And so, and he was one of the ones who was partnering a lot of partnering a lot of the DJs during the pandemic. And that dude is gone. And so, and they hired somebody else, and that dude is gone too.
And they went through a music director or 2, but Tracy and somebody else.
And so all of them, I feel like over the last 4 years have had some sort of play on this. To some degree.
A lot of them have their hand in it. Like it's like a fucking.
It's a mess, dude. And
it's an amalgamated mess of like multiple people's shit.
It's our mess. It's our mess.
Exactly.
We love it.
Happy little accident.
Well, and again, it's legal people trying to figure this out between other legal people that have no idea what DJs do or what the whole industry of DJing is about, and so they're just trying to comply with requests and everything. So they're doing.
They probably were like screaming their ear. They were they had a little bit of DJ consultation and a lot of bit of lawyer consultation in this. And that's the way that it's reading to me, is Amazon's legal team sat down and had like a think tank with a panel of DJs, and depending on, who they talked to, this is what they came up with, is what I'm picking up so far. And most of it, though, is just lawyers trying to protect themselves and using specialists in copyright law in order to try to handle this thing as in a correct way. And it's not an easy task. So, I mean, I appreciate Twitch doing this for us. That, like, it's all of the fluff and all of the the sizzle that we were reading in the beginning. I think what really holds true is that this is unprecedented for DJs and that this is an awesome thing ultimately. But just like anything that we do for the first time, expect to be garbage at it, and you just got to keep at it until you get good. And I feel like this is a similar situation when it comes to something new.
A for effort, D for execution.
Yeah, for real. Okay, next one. Broadcast streams that include pre-release, unreleased recorded music. Okay, so this is they're doubling down on this one. So it looks like your stream gets suspended for 48 hours for 3 strikes instead of 24. And then your channel is permanently suspended. So the difference between paying the revenue split and not paying the revenue split means that you get an extra 24-hour suspension, apparently, is the difference. But as far as the violations go, yeah, same violations, but if you're not opted in, then you're getting twice as long on the ban. You get a 48-hour ban. Now, it's interesting that Twitch isn't just one strike, you're outing any of this stuff. I feel like there's 2 reasons for that. One is if they're going to be enforcing some sort of, if there's going to be any kind of a live content ID enforcement happening, whether it's from Twitch or from a third party, right. They're expecting for it to not get it right 100% of the time. And this 3 strikes you're out rule allows them to play it on a circumstantial basis and be able to like revoke strikes that weren't supposed to be given because it was an accidental content ID slip, right. And things like that, right? And so it's less permanent by putting that in place. And I think another reason for them doing this is exactly what I've been saying from the beginning. They don't want to take you off their platform.
That's the biggest one, probably.
Right, exactly. They're not trying to get rid of you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's the opposite of what they want. And so this keeps it so that they have the ability to retain their user base and have a little bit of a warning system for those who need to learn about this new program, and also give them, again, a little bit of a buffer in case any sort of live monitoring is incorrect.
And there's a penalty for, repeat violators.
Right. Exactly.
That's what they're saying. So just don't keep doing it.
Just don't keep doing it. Right. Next is broadcast streams in which recorded music is the focus or is integral part of the stream, such as a fitness class. So here's the fitness class. If you're all of the channels, first one you get 4 strikes. So strike 1, 2, 3, and then you're out. That's the same for either. So
and that's kind of what they're doing now anyway, right?
Right. It's exactly what they're doing now. Yeah. This
have you ever been flagged? Have you ever gotten a report?
Not once.
So there you go.
Once. Yep.
So
I only know one person that's got one, and it was for rebroadcasting sports shows, live sports.
That's a different story, though. That's not even music, right? That's
correct.
That's a DMCA.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nobody's got one for music.
Right.
That we know of.
I know of. I don't know a single DJ that's received a strike.
I mean, you would think it'd be all over the internet.
Right.
I would think it would get to us by now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now if they start flagging the mutes as violations, then we got a problem.
Well, there's not going to be any more mutes because the VODs are gone.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is that the bots that are detecting those to put in the mute, if they're saying that that's a violation and you can't play that because it's copyrighted content, then that's where you're going to get your strike. But then it's back again to what you were saying about the rights holder needs to report it. So their bot can flag it, and maybe they're trading information or something, but they still need to get a report from the rights holder.
Well, from everything that we saw, everything that was muted, because there's a huge list in the drum and bass Discord, the oh my gosh one, and just from my own channel and stuff like that, everything that was muted is now allowed to be played.
So there's that.
Because now it's Sony and it's through those distros or publishers or whatever you want to call them.
Provided that you're part of the DJ program.
Right.
Correct. So yes, playing one of those outside of the DJ program, you're probably going to get what's on the screen.
If it's reported.
Right.
So outside of that, then basically nothing's changing if you're not opting into the program. Is that what you're also saying?
Well, you're equally as liable, but the way that it's being enforced could change, right? Mm-hmm. Currently, the way that it's being enforced is what we've all experienced. Not a single DJ we know has ever received a single strike. you get a scary email every now and then saying, hey, part of your thing was muted and we're going to automatically not publish your VODs.
We're not going to publish it.
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff, right?
Just don't do VODs anymore.
Just don't do VODs anymore, right? And so they're not doing VODs. They nuked the VODs entirely with the DJ program, so that covers that. And if you're not in the DJ program, they've already been telling you to nuke your VODs if you're doing this. Twitch's first advice
president and CEO or whatever told you to fucking do it. Yeah. Before this went live, he told you to do it. Like,
yep. And just to let you know,
this should have been a done deal already.
Yeah. Right. And just to let you know, like, you can go into your category right now and click off of music, click into DJs, and I put it up in the channel in the Zoom what it says now. So for later.
What am I looking at?
It automatically says that you cannot use the VODs or anything in this category
when you update your stream description.
Yes,
right.
Sorry.
So
stream description and creator dashboard.
Yep.
It's since it went live at 12:01 Eastern time.
Right now. Here it is, right here. This is what he's talking about.
Wow, you guys are in the future.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like. I just selected just to see what it said, and that's what came up.
Got it. Yeah, well, technically it's 12:48, right?
Yep.
It's 8:08 over there on the east. All right. Moving right along. We're almost getting through this, you guys. It's almost time. We're gonna get into that list. Broadcasting streams which recorded music is the focus or is an integral part of the stream. We got that. Advertisement, promotions, paid sponsorship, broadcast streams, recorded music like a karaoke, lip sync performances. Oh no, lip sync performances. What? Or audio request playback services. You get 4 strikes. You get 3 strikes, and then on your 4th strike, you're done. Final call-outs. Creators who are reported using music or other intellectual property in these ways will have the opportunity to submit an appeal. That's important. So we have the ability to submit an appeal. The policy does not change our policy related to the use of copyright material in the content of your channel. Do not include music or other copyrighted material in content you share on your channel unless you've secured the necessary rights or have the authority to do so. This process can only be utilized by music rights holders who have opted in and does not replace the process for submitting or responding to notifications of claimed infringement under the DMCA. In other words, people can still DMCA you, and they can still try to attack you under the DMCA, and Twitch is still operating in the safe harbor under the safe harbor rules for DMCA, which means 3 strikes and you're out. And that has to do with your VODs, clips, or streams. And again, this more falls under those who have not opted into the DJ category, but it definitely applies to both. Please check our video on demand and how to use clips, articles about tools, features available, how to manage your clips. We won't be able to do that. And the process may evolve as our conversations with music rights holders progress. If that happens, we will update the page. Please review this page to stay up to date. We'll probably revisit it if they say that things have changed or if there's any kind of a notification. Otherwise, I'm good. Okay. Any questions so far?
All right, crystal clear. Not confusing at all.
Let me okay, let's see here. I'm looking for the list of songs.
Oh, of the okay. The list of band stuff?
Or it's in your creator dashboard under DJs.
Yeah. Restricted artist lists?
Yeah.
I can pull that up.
Can you give me the you want to share screen?
I can if you want me to, yeah.
Okay.
Screen number. This one. Good?
It's putting on lip balm while playing the approved music. Hell yeah. All right. This is the resource that they're providing for us as the recommended as the restricted artist list. Show this? I don't think it's confidential. And then is it illegal to even just show their names? Is that what you're saying? Like
right, yeah. Like, are we getting bunned down just for their virtual likeness?
So if you scroll down, it's in alphabetical order. Okay. And then does it like stop like if you keep scrolling, or does it just keep going?
Nope.
Okay.
It's not that long.
Okay. Well, let's give it a
let's
quick
do
skim.
it. Amaryllis, Archulecus, never heard of him. Black Sabbath, that's a bummer. Blake Shelton,
Won't miss that.
Country music fans. Bloody Hawk, never heard of him.
Is that Tony Hawk when he falls down?
Bob Marley and the Wailers, that's a bummer.
That's a bummer.
Bob Seger, that's a bummer.
Kind of a bummer for me.
Christos Cholitis, never heard of him.
Sounds venereal.
Clout music, okay. Crosby, Stills, and Nash,
kind of a bummer.
All right.
I won't miss it.
Yeah, that's easy. Dad Jew, never heard of him. Daphne Lawrence, never heard of them. David Bowie,
kind of a bummer.
A little bit of a bummer.
I feel like, and I don't know. And big up to all those who say David Bowie out in the UK. I feel like now I obviously don't know David Bowie personally, but just from the interviews and stuff that I've seen of David Bowie, I feel like he would be upset that he's on this restricted artist list.
Right.
Like
he wouldn't give a fuck.
Call me. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I know the guy. I'm just saying, like, I feel like of these artists, like people like even Bob Marley and David Bowie particularly.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but yeah. Okay. Keep rolling.
Word. Def Leppard.
That's kind of a bummer.
Kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Diablo. Never heard of him. DJ Silence.
Playing DJ Silence on the DJ category. Yeah. Got it. Fucking that's every DJ's least favorite DJ now.
Yeah. Fucking DJ Silence. Don Henley as a solo artist and the Eagles.
Wow. That's a bummer, actually.
That's a bummer. That my Yacht Rock streams had some Eagles in there. Classic rock stuff for sure.
Yeah, these sounds really do my
life.
All right.
That's Chicago.
No lip syncing.
Chicago. My bad. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Anywho, Ed Sheeran.
I'll live.
I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally fine. Eric Clapton. Also, I'll be okay.
I'll be okay. Kind of over.
Yeah. There we go. Etienne Daho. Never heard of him. Faber. Nope. Flair. Nope. Fleetwood Mac.
That's a bummer.
That really sucks.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I've got a couple good, like even some cool like house remixes of Fleetwood Mac. That sucks. Foles. Never heard of him. Frank Sinatra.
Kind of a bummer. Gonna say it.
Yeah. Genesis.
That's a bummer.
Big fucking bummer.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Genesis a bummer.
I know there's a lot of drum and bass guys who are like whatever, but I mean for real though, let's you can't deny whether or not this is like you eat this stuff for breakfast. Like these are greats. Come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if you're not like you're not DJing other shit on the platform or whatever, like there's one of us in here that's.
This is all you cannot play this whether or not you've opted in, Juice.
Yeah.
This is the do not playlist.
No-no.
This is the complete no.
Yeah. Yeah. So do not play that. Do not play George Harrison.
Audio One, what up, brother? 52 months.
Damn,
52, bro. What have we been doing? Awesome. Love you, man. Audio One was on the very first episode of DJs Not DJing. Just want to point that out. Love you, man.
He's the reason why we're friends.
Yep, exactly. He's the glue that brought Fader and I this together.
Very true. George Mazanakis. Don't know who that is. Glenn Frey. Little bit of a bummer. Couple 2-3 songs, but nothing nothing there. God Squad.
All caps.
Yeah. No good. Sorry for them. Grateful Dead.
That's a bummer.
A little bit
I don't play a lot of Grateful Dead, but it's a bummer for music's sake.
Sure. Green Day.
Kind of a bummer too. Not a huge fan of Green Day, but I still think it's a bummer.
Yeah. Haruka Mirai.
Sure, that sucks for them. They're fans.
Bummer. Helena Paparizu.
There's a lot of good Grateful Dead. You're absolutely right. Intense Complex. There is.
Helen Fisher. Herbert Groin.
Something Swedish.
Gronemeyer. Groenmeyer.
Groenmeyer? Sure. That was my nickname in high school.
Yeah. HKT48, iZone, Jackson Brown, James Taylor, Jay-Z. That's a bummer.
That's a bummer. Yeah.
Yeah. John Lennon.
That's
big
a bummer.
no. Yeah. That's a bummer. KIZ.
I see you, Kev. You're right. We'll get to that. Yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
Kenshi Yonzu, Craft Club, Le Click Music, Led Zeppelin.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Not crazy, but Liss. Macklemore.
I'll live.
Madonna. That's a bummer.
That's a bummer. What's his name was DJing on Twitch for a while.
White Shadow?
No. Help me out. Come on, you guys.
What?
Juice, you know what I'm talking about. Who was DJing on Twitch that produced a bunch of Madonna beats?
Oh shit.
Epic is Jelly Bean. Thank you. God damn, I was going crazy.
Yep.
Epic was gonna kick me in the fucking dick if I didn't remember that shit.
Jelly Bean Benitez.
Yes. All right. Yes, Jelly Bean. Yeah. So obviously that's gonna be an interesting issue. By the way, you ever watch his streams? Who got straight platinum record plaques behind him, and then they're like his tunes? Like that's a flex, bro.
Okay. There's somebody in the jungle community that's got gold plaques behind him too.
What's that?
There's somebody in the jungle community that's got gold plaques and that stuff too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Who?
No Request.
Oh yeah, he's got the gold records back there?
Yeah, he's got gold records and what's the other thing called? Like a Grammy? Emmy? Grammy? Yeah, he's got a Grammy too.
What do you it's for music production?
Yeah, that's right. DJ Strobe too.
That's right. For Nas.
Strobe too.
He did the scratching on one of Nas's albums.
Sick.
And I forget what else he did.
Chris Cox.
Thunderpuss.
DJ Q.
Yep.
All guys getting like awards and shit.
Yep. Love it. Let's see. Yeah, Ginger K 813. Big up. Keep it rolling. What you got?
All right. Metallica.
Big surprise there.
Fuck that guy. Fuck Lars. MG.
Even the Metallica racetrack on Rocket Racing is ass.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's the worst fucking track in the game. Fuck Metallica. Fuck you, Lars. And not even fuck Metallica, because James Hatfield feels like I like to do a shot and smoke a joint with that guy. But Lars just seems like the biggest asshole.
Lars is like the sounds to me comes off as like just the pompous rocker dick face, basically.
What a dick. Moving on. Milan. Never heard of them. Minami Takahashi. Okay. Monster X. Morfula Lacovidal.
Okay.
Musarakis. Muse.
That's tough. Okay.
That's okay. Like,
not a whole lot of DJ stuff.
I'll live, but like I definitely have played their songs on Twitch before.
Yeah. I've got some Muse stuff in my in directional stuff that I do at the bar.
Yeah. My hair is bad.
Never heard.
I want can we write that down? Like we go check out what My Hair Is Bad like on Spotify and see what that's about. Neil Young.
That's pretty tough.
Meh. Yeah, but I could be okay. NGT 48. Nikos Oikonomopoulos. Man, can we get that one too? Let's go. Let's listen to that.
That's Greek.
Yes, dear. Oikonomopoulos, but I want to see what kind of music it makes.
Okay.
OGE. Penagewitis?
Bootlegs and remixes of these artists would be pretty sketch too, Spade. You're absolutely right.
Yes, don't want to push it. Chatsy Papas. Pantelides, Paul McCartney. This next few, hold on. This next few are like real big heavy hitters. Like it's Paul McCartney, Phil Collins, Pink Floyd, Prince, Queen, Rammstein, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, those are all
like that's a jam-packed sandwich of shit.
That's tough. We get a raid. Apostle, what up, man?
Apostle with the raid. What up, man?
What up, you guys? We're doing a super duper deep dive into the Twitch DJ program.
Yeah.
And we've covered the ins and outs and ups and downs, and we are currently in the crescendo of all of this, and we're looking over the artists that are technically not allowed to be played on Twitch, regardless if you're in the DJ program. These are the nos.
Yeah.
Keep it rolling.
All right. We're down to Rena Morphe. Never heard of him. Rihanna.
That's a tough one.
That kind of stinks.
Yeah.
Roberta Flack. Rod Stewart.
Nah, I'll live.
Sakis Ruvus. You don't think he's sexy. It's okay. Psycho Matsuda. Sheena Ringo. Shiny. Slimane. Slogan. Snick. Soulmeister. Spitz. Steely Dan.
Steely Dan's tough. Steve Miller too.
Steve Miller.
Oh,
damn
Stevie B. Oh.
And Stevie B.
Oh, it stings. That stings.
Damn it. That's like some. That's some.
I love me some freestyle, dude. I love freestyle.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. That's
that
like
stinks.
part of my childhood is listening
Stevie
to like.
B, bro. Ugh,
yeah.
That's brutal.
No Steely Dan. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, and the Yacht Rock, bro. Steely Dan, like, was the
Yeah.
fucking. They're fucking kings.
Yeah.
Man. Steve Miller too. I love doing a fucking Steve Miller routine where I play I play the joke. Oh wait, is that right? Joker? Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I play the Joker and then I play like Peaches by like Justin Bieber and that shit, because like he said, I want to really love your peaches, want to shake your tree. So I've done wordplay with that. And then the Take the Money and Run is one of my favorite, because there's a Nas record called like Let There Be Light, and it samples the doom bap bap. It samples that drum beat.
Oh yeah.
Such a dope record. If you haven't listened to that, ooh man, so good.
Stevie B, that's my shit.
Want to be the one? Love, man.
Yeah. If you're from Northern California and you're not feeling Stevie B, then there's something wrong with you.
New York up, like even down to Florida too. Freestyle is huge on the East Coast. Huge. All right, moving on. Taimin, Tamta, Team H, Tetsuya, The Beatles.
Beatles is big.
That stinks.
Yep.
The Black Keys.
That's big.
That's pretty big. The Doors.
That's pretty big.
Pretty big. Tokyo Incidents. Tom Waits is another one where people are like, oh shit, okay. Top Notch, Noah's Ark.
Okay. They have a dash in their name. Interesting.
Yeah. Tracy Chapman. Oh,
that's kind of a bummer.
Van Halen. Oh, Van Morrison. Oh,
that's like one of your emotes, bro.
That's one of my. That's my shit. I have a brown eye emote.
Where is it? Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah, I got a brown eye emote, and that's not what it's for.
Yo, thanks for the raid, DJ Rob.
We got a raid. Hey, DJ Rob,
raid?
what up?
Wow, nice. DJ Rob, welcome in. Welcome, Raiders. The last of this is Wam. What's that? Wamkado? Yumi Arai and Yumi Matsutoya. So, those are all the artists as of now, currently and today, that are restricted, that you do not play their shit.
Do me a favor and search Bob Marley, Three Little Birds.
Bob Marley 3. Oh, it says maybe I gotta go to the songs.
Just keep doing it. It's fine. Just push it through.
It's not doing nothing. That's the restricted artist list. I gotta go to the song list, right?
You should be able to just search
right here I can do
it,
I think. Yeah. Bob Marley 3.
Just put Three Little Birds and then search it.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, scroll down. You see Bob Marley and the Wailers yet?
Nope.
Okay, scroll up. Do Bob Marley, Three Little Birds. Just finish the damn search. Bob Marley and the Wailers. Okay, see, look at the top
yeah, right
results.
here. Yeah, right here.
So you've got approved and restricted listed at the same time.
Yeah.
You see, this is the inconsistencies that are happening right now that people are calling out. Okay. And because of these inconsistencies, right now Twitch is saying that if you are opting into the DJ program, then you could pretty much ignore the restricted list for now.
Yeah,
is what they're saying.
Yeah. And I would like what Cash 22 was pointing out too with the Jay-Z thing. It says you can't play any of his stuff, but then he's got a bunch of stuff that's listed as playable. So
search Jay-Z. Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually sent out an email today stating that.
Yep.
You can screenshot that email if you want me to.
It's in the Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, but under the do not play, he's listed as a do not play.
Yeah.
Track name is Jay-Z, not.
Yeah, and if you load more,
artist.
if you have to do the same thing you did with Bob Marley.
Okay. There we go. Oh, okay.
See, there you go.
Now it's restricted.
Yeah, but keep going. Allowed.
Right. Okay,
Soundtrack.
cool.
See,
a soundtrack one. Okay.
And if I can kind of interject here, we did something because I'm a buddy of mine and I were like looking at doing a bot for this to plug in with Serato and Rekordbox, right? And so he pulled up, because ChatGPT, right? Like, so you can basically ChatGPT things, and when you pull it up, it told which publishers were on this list, right? So the publishers that he found were, let me pull it up. So 36 artists were from Warner Music Group, which is 53%.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, and obviously we can't get the API yet because their API is scuffed. So from those were the ones that were restricted artists, right? Universal Music Group, UMG, 29 artists, Atlantic Records, 5, Sony Music, 4. But most of Sony, right, is on here, is allowed. Mm-hmm. So it kind of might be like what you pulled up right there. Like they sold something, or their artist then did a soundtrack that's then published through a different publisher. Is all we can
Warner's
think.
holding out for more money, I'm certain of it. And
sure.
I'm probably UMG as well, Universal Music Group. They're probably just holding 100%. Out for more money, which is why they're stressing that this list is evolving and ever changing. The inconsistencies are not looking good as far as Twitch covering their ass, in my opinion.
Correct.
But I think that what it all boils down to, honestly, is like, how are they going to enforce this? At what length are they going to go to enforce this? And where the hell was I reading it? Because there's something that I read that we didn't cover, and I feel like we covered everything, which is kind of whack. There was a thing that said that what's going to happen at first is you're going to receive an email saying that we noticed that you're playing music on Twitch, blah, 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 blah. And starting this date, they're going to be enforcing the new terms of service in relation to DJ streams.
I was trying to find that too.
That date was September 1st. Yep. And so basically what it is the first month is like beta testing, which is why they're probably going to be paying 100% of the revenue this time around as well, is because the first month is the rollout, and they're going to be basically plugging holes in the dam all month. This is broken, that's broken, and we need to fix this, fix that. And because it's not going to be like fully accurate, that it suggests that there's going to be a lot of mistakes, being made in this first month, and Twitch is backing it by saying, well, we're going to cover 100% of the revenue, and we'll make it seem like we're doing you a solid. But and this is all speculation, but in reality, we're just trying to figure this shit out. And the first month is going to be like it going live, kind of like first month of a game, right? And so they're going to be doing patches here, patches there to fix things here and there in order to get it to work correctly, using game analogies. And I feel like that's what's coming our way over the next month is the way that I see it. But I don't think that the vast majority of DJs on Twitch have much to worry about, especially in the first month, but I think going forward as well. And the one thing that's going to determine that, again, is the level of enforcement happening in the on Twitch's side, and also how much are the labels participating in regards to the reporting process on their side. Are the labels going to be actively reporting every single instance, or are they not? You know what I mean? If it's anything like the labels have been in the last 4 years of my experience, I don't think that they're going to care unless it's a lot of revenue, unless somebody's making a lot of money, unless an individual's making a lot of money and drawing a lot of attention, and then they're going to find a way to bun it down. And these are going to be like high profile DJs or high profile music events that were heavily promoted. Somebody already knows to put the bot on the stream for that date, that time. And they're going to be regulating those streams a lot closer. When I say they, I mean the rights holders, not Twitch. And reports are going to be coming from or being made on streams where the revenue makes sense. None of us are making enough revenue for it to make sense for them to come after us, because that would suggest that it's a moral clause or an ethical clause that they're pushing, and we all know that it's about money. And so the bottom line is, think about it from two different perspectives. First of all, think about it from Twitch's perspective when it comes to money, and I'll drive this point home before we leave, that Twitch has no desire to kick any of us off of their platform. They're going to fight for us to stay on their platform, like they have pretty much has been happening this whole time. But they have to do it in a way that plays fair with the music rights holders, and so they're putting this stuff in place in order to cover their ass, and also make it so that there are things that are tools that are available. Or at least language that is available for rights holders who want to pursue any kind of a reporting on DJs. And second, I feel like rights holders are not interested at all in coming after DJs that have like less than 10,000 viewers on their stream. I'll just say that. Like, I don't think that they care. And I think that that's the way that it's always been. And I don't think that it's of any interest to these publishing groups to start like appointing committees to do nothing but scour Twitch for pennies, basically. I don't think that it's worth their time or their money to do something like that. And so until there is something involving a heavy revenue generating something on Twitch, I don't think they're going to give a shit. Yeah, Twitch is undoubtedly being required to push this language out, but I don't think that the policing aspect of it is necessarily on the burden of Twitch. I think that the policing aspect of it is on the burden of the rights holder, and that Twitch's responsibility is to respond to the rights holder if they complain. I think that's what their responsibility is, and I feel like that's what they're covering their ass on. And I don't think that anybody is in any danger of getting their streams taken down in the next month at all. And I think that we're going to find out. I'll call it now. We're going to find out that we had a lot less to worry about than we originally thought. And it might even be to the point where if we opted out, it wouldn't make any difference other than the fact that you're just giving a middle finger to the rights holders of the music and not willing to pay them for their music. And so at that point, it's up to you whether or not you want this to be a moral clause or a money thing. If you're siding on money, then maybe you'll opt out and just take your chances. And if you're siding on doing what's right for the artists involved, then you would opt in and you would be okay with revenue sharing. And if that's the case, I would guess, my guess is a stream like ours, okay, that generates, let's say it generates less than $5,000 a month. Okay. If you have a Twitch channel that generates less than $5,000 a month, then I would say that you're going to be paying less than $100 a month in streaming revenue fees towards Twitch. and then it scales down from there. So if you're making like $300 or less on Twitch, you're probably only going to be paying like 10 to 20 bucks a month at the most in streaming revenue from your revenue earned. I don't see it being any more than a premium subscription service to any DJ pool or music subscription service out there. I think it's going to be similar to that. I don't think it's going to be extraordinarily more than that.
And it's not actually your money, it's your supporters. So your people are helping you out, with the payment system. So,
and by you being on Twitch, oh, my video's fucking up. By you being on Twitch, in the DJ program, if you've opted into the DJ program, technically, according to Twitch's language, oh my God, Mevo, stop. Technically, according to DJs, hang on a second, guys.
Uh-oh.
Give me a second. Sorry.
You're good.
You're good, man.
It's the new program already flexing its muscles.
They're trying to bun him down already,
they're
guys.
Trying to bun me down, guys.
He's getting the secret sauce out, and they don't want it.
Well, in the
dead air, drop the brand of your camera, Billy.
I'm gonna say, I actually took a little time to go through the search engine and look up, a couple dozen songs of stuff that I've recently acquired, and it's crazy. None of it's on there, so I guess I can't play any of the music that I have at this point, according to their rules.
According to their rules, would it be classified under music that's not on the list at all, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like the artists aren't on there, but I don't know if they're just not up to date with their list, or because it's like, I'm sure, how do you see how many songs come out every week in Beatport or wherever?
It's like 10,000 songs a day,
right,
in all of music. And
so how do they get that up there?
Yeah. And yeah, again, I think that it's Twitch is going to do their like a best effort approach, and they're going to put it into the hands of the rights holders to say, if somebody is violating, report it to us.
Go find it, yeah.
And we'll respond. Exactly, right?
Yep.
And I don't think that we have a whole lot to worry about. I'm going to say it now. I think that there is a lot of fear being pushed, and I think that it's definitely been a lot of like false like narratives happening from this, and people kind of overreacting, in my opinion. It does suck that the restricted artist playlist is something that stings a little bit, but I think it's really important to note that it's not Twitch saying that you can't play these songs. It's Twitch saying that we reached out to everybody, and these are the folks that either didn't hit us back or want more money or said no, right? This is like that's what's happening. It's not like Twitch is being like, we only want you to play these songs, and we have like this agenda to push certain music and to keep other music down. Like, that would be a stupid analysis of this information, in my opinion. I think that the reality is that somebody hit up Twitch saying, artists are going to want to get paid for this. And Twitch was like, yeah, you're right. Maybe there are some artists that want to get paid for this. Let's create a program that allows artists to get compensated and covers our ass from being on the hook 100% for compensating these artists. Let's push some of this cost off to the DJs, because it sounds like the DJs are willing to pay for this to some degree in order to make it happen. And I don't think that the DJs as a whole even generate enough revenue for Twitch to spend too much time and money on this. And so I feel like once this is all rolled out, it's like, and this is consistent with a lot of programs that happen on Twitch, once this rolls out, it's just going to exist. And the enforcement on it is going to be like negligent at best. I think that like it's going to be pretty hands off, and I could be wrong. Again, I could absolutely be wrong. But I think that a lot of us, oh shit, my bad. I did that. That was my fault. That was my fault.
Shame.
I'm okay. I'll full disclosure, I'm kicking the USB cable out of my computer on accident.
You're that excited.
I'm that excited. I know. This is like, yeah,
so cute.
That's what it is. I'm ready to call it. Before we go though, in the Zoom or in, sorry, give me a second, guys. I'm turning my camera on. Questions, Q&A. Let's get it out of the way.
Yep.
If you guys could read the chat for me while I'm doing this, that'd be awesome.
Any questions you didn't put in the Discord already?
I put up that video about Bezos getting asked about Twitch. That was a long time ago too. That was like
where you didn't know what it was.
You didn't even know what it was?
Yeah. So if anybody wants that, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Once again, this is all, you know. It's somebody watching it, but it's the shortest one I could find.
I think we're good with some of the.
Ooh, that's a good one. I didn't look in that. I'll look right now. Sub Clover.
Is Darude in the catalog? Yeah, you can play Darude. We put a link to the music list in the chat. The all of music. If you could find it when you opt into the DJ category, you go into your dashboard and you choose the DJ section. It'll appear once you opt in, and then your list is located there.
Yeah, you can play Darude.
Sandstorm is allowed.
There's a global emote that says sand.
I feel like of all like types of music that are well represented, it's really nice to see the amount of electronic music that is already like ready to go, including like a pretty extensive catalog of jungle. I don't know how much stuff you've sounds like you've scoured the list.
Yeah,
how is your playlist looking according to the approved and not approved?
Absolutely perfect, because everything I was worried about when you and I talked about it a lot was muted. That I was worried because those are the things I cannot play on YouTube.
Right.
Mute the entire stream, which is Wax Doctor, Alex Reese, Goldie, any Bookham track,
any GLR, exactly,
any GLR,
right,
because that was Sony, BMI, whatever it was, and all those other ones which were Inner City Life, they were sold to a bunch of different people and stuff like that. And so all that stuff, that's what I was worried about. I was worried I wasn't gonna be able to play Sunday, but it was exactly the opposite. Those are the songs I'm now allowed to play.
That's great.
Nice. That's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing.
I was surprised about how much drum and bass particularly was available in the lists, as far as like major like published releases, the anthems.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I searched for was like 100% there.
100%.
Yeah,
I just did like 15 in a row and everything came up. I found a couple that didn't come up, but I mean, you have to like start hunting to actually find them.
And they're not denied; they're just not there.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Twitch is going to be handling that even more different than the denied, right? Like if it's not there, it's really going to be up to the rights holders to like raise a stink. You know what I mean? And I don't think that there's a whole lot to worry about when it comes to electronic dance music, and particularly the subgenre of drum and bass. I don't think if you're a drum and bass DJ on Twitch, you have very little to worry about opting in or out, in my opinion. I feel like it probably wouldn't matter either way. And if you are opting in, big up to you, because you're part of the folks that are supporting music. And I'm 100% on board with opting in strictly on ethics alone. I don't need to be financially like convinced one way or the other. I've been saying this for 4 years now. We need a program. I even pitched like a flat rate. Just charge me $20 a month to DJ on Twitch. You know what I mean? Like make it like a Netflix subscription already. You know what I mean? Like just one other fucking subscription that I'm paying for. I'm paying this much a month to DJ on Twitch. Okay. You know what I mean? I've been saying that from the get-go, but I knew that it couldn't be that simple because, different rights holders are going to be asking for different amounts, and different regions are going to be different and things like that. So I knew that it couldn't be that simple, but I was hoping that it could be something to that effect, where Twitch would work it out to where it would just be like a flat rate. You know what I mean? But still, this is a step in the right direction. And I think that before we go, I want to drive it home that I think that it's a good idea, if you are going to opt in to test your waters. The first month would probably be the best month because technically it's a zero risk. They're going to be not taking any they're going to be subsidizing 100% of your revenue. From what we've read, the only risk that's presented itself that I didn't account for was the fact that if you opt out, does it put you on some sort of a watch list to make sure that your channel is no longer violating the term, or is, you know what I mean, still is not
now in violation of the terms.
Right. Yep. That's a good point brought up by Assassin, that it could happen. It's not impossible for your channel to get flagged if you've opted in and then chose to opt out.
Yeah, like, okay, that bot that scans your VODs is already doing that work for them, so it makes sense that it would probably continue that.
Right. All right, you guys.
So Billy, you gotta post a link for one of your burner channels and do some test streams, so we can all join and
for science.
Make requests and see what's allowed and what isn't, and see if you get flagged.
If I get booted for playing Steely Dan or not on the burner.
We could do that on rollout. We can, it's just happening over the next month. It's very easy over the next month to start doing like ways to test the system and little exploits and things like that. We're beta testing, might as well, right? Let's
damn the man, save the empire.
Let's break it.
Some people want to know too, Billy. They were talking about, they think for some reason you're going to get subsidized 100% all year, and I keep trying to tell them it's 100% for the first month, right? And then I think it said something like 83%. I've got it
by October. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're gonna wean you off.
Me a link of it.
So I guess by the time the year is up, you'll end at 50%.
12. Yep, exactly. By the time of the year, say at 6 months it's 50%, and then at 12 months it's going to be, or something like that, right?
It says August 92 point. Are covered by Twitch in August, 92.5% in September, etc. Learn more about the subsidy program. Blah 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 blah. So.
The final deal is going to be Twitch is going to subsidize 50%, and you pay the other 50% of the royalty streaming fees, not of your entire revenue.
No.
Twitch has already taken half of your money, first of all. We'll start there. But then on top of that, Twitch is not going to take half of your half. I think people were seeing that and were like completely overreacting as if that 100%. Was fact. And it's totally not. It's Twitch is going to be, if we're talking about the money that's going to be taken out of your channel, and then Twitch covering for half of that eventually, and the beginning is going to be 100% Twitch covers it all, and then over time less and less and less. And so there's no way that it's going to be half of the half. I absolutely doubt it. That would cause us to leave in drones, and for those of us that are, counting on the revenue, it would be motivation for a considerable amount of people to leave. I probably wouldn't leave, but it would be motivation because this channel doesn't make enough money for me to really care. But that's not the reason I do it, is what I'm trying to say. I do it because I love you guys. But there are some folks that might, it might change their opinion on things if they're making considerably less money. I totally get it.
If push came to shove.
If push came to shove, if they're making less money, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to move to Kick or YouTube or anything. It just means that they won't do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be worth their time. You know what I mean? Like, they're just over it at that point. And like, I could see that happening. It's not impossible. But I feel like Twitch's motivation is not to kick you off of their channel, off of their platform. They want you to stay here. They want to show that there's a large user base using this stuff, and that you're going to be able to thrive with these new levels of promotion and things that they weren't able to do before. All right.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Anything else, you guys? We done?
No,
is that it?
We're good.
Good convo.
Great conversation, guys. Good talk. Good talk. All right, let's rate out.
Any other questions?
So hopefully you're all smarter than you were before when we got started.
Yes. And anybody who comes to me in my DMs asking me about this kind of stuff, I'm just going to point you to the VOD on YouTube and be like, watch this. This is why we did it.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, exactly. All right. We have a considerable amount of people watching right now, so I'm going to rate into one of my favorite DJs ever, one of the biggest influences that I've ever had as an early DJ. This is before drum and bass. I was into music that was just called bass. It had a warning label on the CD or tape that would say this could cause damage to your speakers, and there was like silly names like it came from outer base and like stuff like that, right? The base that ate Miami and stuff like that, right? It's 808 day technically on the East Coast already. We're gonna raid into the one and only DJ Magic Mike, y'all. So make sure you guys follow DJ Magic Mike. Yes, that DJ Magic Mike. Feel the Bass part 1, 2, and 3. I had those on tape. Those were the business. Feel the Bass part 1 was like my speaker check in my car for so many years on the Alpine. And make sure you guys, this guy's an amazing DJ. I still do some scratches that I originally heard from Mixmaster, or excuse me, from DJ Magic Mike. I still hear, like, the scratches that he did on those old Magic Mike cuts the record. Like, I still, like, some of those patterns are still like my go-to patterns when I'm in the cut of things. And so a huge inspiration. Big up to y'all. Big up to all the DJs. Have fun. Whether or not you opt into the DJ program is up to you. And we will be back on Saturday for Inside the Ride. It may or may not be the very last one, depending on how Twitch handles shit going forward. And love you guys. We'll see you at the next one. Fader,
nice
Meta
one.
Pattern, Assassin, Catch. Dude, Catch, thanks for the massive raid. Most of these people that are here from your raid, and I really appreciate that.
Dude. I had to do it. It was something I wanted to do.
I appreciate that, dude. That means
Anytime,
a lot,
brother. Anytime.
The VOD will be up on YouTube ASAP, and I recorded this whole thing with the chat running as well, so you'll be able to see all of the chat interaction and everything. And then I will be cutting short clips of this, and so look for those on the